Mic check. Mic check. All right, cool. We Lima Charlie. Oh yeah, I'm here. Just checking some things out, getting some stuff together administratively, right? All right. So let's go ahead and get to it and let's go ahead and cook. All right, so let's talk about the projected fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. And we're gonna do the sweet science, stylistic outcomes, stylistic possibilities, and we're going to go ahead and comb through this together. We're going to do this scientifically, right? We're going to do a project together. We're going to comb through it and we're going to give our opinion. So, we're going to skip all the intros and get right to it. All right. But however, this is your boy Zone 6 coming at you with another video. Notepad or pencil, straight off the temple, live in HD. Let's get it. All right. So, hope everybody doing good this morning, man. I hope you got your coffee and your snack or whatever. Share the link. Go ahead and like it. We're going to really cook. I'm going to get you through the early morning grind on your work day. If you're available, I will drop the link into the chat so everybody can kind of follow suit and give their opinion. As always, be safe and be sound, y'all. Make sure you ain't out there driving trying to do something, but get comfortable, get your water, get whatever you need to get, because we're going to cook stylistically. And I'm going to give you my thoughts. And as usual, if you hear anything that you feel you want to call bullshit on, I'm interactive. I will drop the link. You can speak your piece in opposition with my opinion or in conjunction with my opinion. It's truly your choice. I'm not that kind of guy. We just talking boxing now, but be careful because I will try to cook you now. And I'm just letting you know that. But however, all right, so this is my thought process. And I'm going to go through the psychology and the sociology and the actual physicality that's going to take place in the ring. So this is my understanding of the history of the two fighters. Errol Spence came into the welterweight division as a perceived bully, as a perceived boogeyman. Okay. Now, just to give us some background, because we also do history here, and we also paint a picture within the welterweight division. The first boogeyman of recent notable note was Antonio Margarito. Okay. And we're just giving you the lineage of the boogeyman at 147 and how it came to be. It was a time where Floyd Mayweather was offered $8 million by Antonio Margarito. Antonio Margarito approached Floyd during one of the interviews, and he said, "Hey, man, what's up? When are we going to fight?" Obviously, he was talking in Spanish. Margarito was talking in Spanish, and it was a translator there. It was kind of murky, but the overall conversation and challenge was Antonio Margarito, the boogeyman, was challenging Floyd Mayweather to a fight. Okay, so that boogeyman then, eventually ultimately fell on his sword when he lost to Shane Mosley, and it was discovered that he had plasters in his hand. Okay, so we didn't have a boogeyman until the next boogeyman, which was rising sensation around 2012, and that was Keith One-Time Thurman. Okay, Keith One-Time Thurman was being ducked by a lot of fighters openly, right? It wasn't even a question to ask. Marcos Maidana rejected the fight with him. Thurman and Broner was on a collision course until he dropped the ball to Marcos Maidana, who had ducked Keith Thurman. And then Paulo Malignaggi was called up by Keith Thurman, Devin Alexander, Timothy Bradley, Floyd Mayweather. All right. So Keith Thurman was perceived as the new boogeyman at 147. Keith Thurman was knocking people out, watching them fall. He was looking real good, Roy Jones-ish. At the first glance of him, we didn't know if he was Puerto Rican or mixed or what was Keith Thurman. You know, it was confusing because, you know, Keith Thurman has that Puerto Rican mulatto look. Okay, so a lot of people didn't know what he was doing, you know, or who he was. Keith Thurman came in and stamped his position as the rightful boogeyman. And we're just talking about the lineage of boogeyman and reputation and fighters being afforded. This has nothing to do with titles, who you think is good, if none of that. We're just talking about the psychology and the sociology of the lineage of boogeyman is in 147. So Keith Thurman has the crown as the boogeyman and who everybody is afraid to fight. Now, Mayweather is very, very important in this because this is where we have some things in which Mayweather mixes up. He spoons it up and he drums up this manufactured situation between Errol Spence and Keith Thurman to a degree. Now, Errol Spence, meanwhile, was putting in work. He didn't have too many fights. He was on the come up at 147. He hadn't fought anybody. But what happened with Errol Spence is Errol Spence apparently blacked Floyd Mayweather's eye in a sparring match in the doghouse, at the doghouse. This gave Errol Spence notoriety. Okay. His name started to get out there as the guy who blacked Floyd Mayweather's eye and got kicked out the gym. Okay. So Errol Spence's name started to gain traction. I don't know what about blacking Floyd Mayweather's eye possibly would make you a fucking boogeyman. I don't know. You'll have to ask the guys who thought that at the time. I'm just giving you the laydown of the history and in the YouTube boxing community so these guys will not fool you. In addition to that, these same channels, your favorite channel, they was biting off that. They was hooking off that. They was eating off that. And the truth of the matter is that a lot of guys manufactured Errol Spence as this boogeyman in opposition to the Keith Thurman fan base. And I was leading the charge on the Keith Thurman fan base as an uploader, and I was thrashing people with the conversation about Keith Thurman because they kept picking people to beat him. People picked Robert Guerrero to beat Keith Thurman. He beat him. They picked Sean Porter. He beat him. Some people even picked Danny Garcia to beat Keith Thurman. He beat him. Some people picked Soto Carras to beat Keith Thurman. He beat him. So let's not forget, because I don't forget shit. It doesn't matter how long I take to come back. And I know who you are in all the channels that were picking against Keith Thurman. Because see, I've been through this already. And I thrashed him, and I thrashed him, and I thrashed him. Okay? All the way up into Manny Pacquiao. We're going to stop right there because that's where Keith Thurman loses it. Okay? We're going to stop right there. Meanwhile, Errol Spence does something to Broner in another doghouse sparring thing. We're talking about sparring, guys. Meanwhile, Keith Thurman is knocking out people. But we're talking about the legend of Errol Spence through sparring. So Errol Spence beat up Adrian Broner in a sparring match. That leaks out. So now, oh my God, we found somebody to be in opposition to Keith Thurman in Zone 6, who's an uploader, and whoever else like Keith Thurman. This is in 2013. This is when I came out and I proclaimed and I stamped it and said Keith Thurman is the next best welterweight, period. That ruffled feathers, including some of these historians, because I understand what you guys are saying. I was one of the guys that was promoting new fighters. but I just happen to know history. They just didn't know that yet. That's how I end up making some things shake, because they was under the assumption that I was speaking just as a new fanboy of a new fighter that hadn't done anything. Little did they know I had been watching boxing prior to fucking Keith Thurman being even damn near probably born. You see what I'm saying? Or around the time he was born. So it's always been in my family. So they, the uploaders, so a lot of them, in spite of me and in spite of the Keith Thurman fan base, they decided to hate on Keith Thurman and rise Errol Spence up through the rankings. They didn't pick nobody else. They could have talked. They didn't talk about Brooke. They didn't even know about the welter. When I first got here, they did not know about the welterweight division. There was not that many conversations on the welterweight division at all. When I got here, it was all Pacquiao, Mayweather, race war. When I stepped in and introduced Keith Thurman, that was the first time, regardless of what these guys are talking about, they were still talking about Zab Judah, Paul Williams, Margarito, De La Hoya, Ricardo Mayorga. I was watching these guys. They were not talking about new fighters in abundance. They was talking about Miguel Cotto. I remember this like it was yesterday. I'm telling you what was happening. Blood was doing historical pieces. Beast was doing historical pieces. Body Banger Budasai was doing Miguel Cotto because he was a fan of Miguel Cotto. Filthy Mouth and BK Warrior was arguing with each other about petty shit. No one was really covering the new up-and-coming fighters like your Devin Alexanders in that space. It wasn't. It was few far in between. Okay? It wasn't in abundance. So I come in and stamp Keith Thurman is the best 147-pounder, period. And that sent everybody into a frenzy. Some people agreed. Some people was like, yeah, man, I agree with that, Zone. I rock with what you're doing with the Keith Thurman. I rock with what you're saying because the boy's bad. Now, out of left field, keep in mind, even in the intro that I played, is proof that Keith Thurman called out these guys. Timothy Bradley, Devin Alexander, Floyd Mayweather, and whoever else the best is. It's documented. So at the time, Timothy Bradley, was on his way up. He was pursuing Pacquiao. Remember, he said, hey, man, I want to see if Pacquiao could come knock this brick wall down. So Devin Alexander, Amir Khan, Victor Ortiz, Marcos Maidana, they was a crop at 140 because at that time, 140 was hot. 140 was a feeder division to 147. Okay, we're talking about a time at 147 when you had Paul Williams, Kermit Cintron, Antonio Margarito, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and who else you had over there? They could Devin Alexander had came into the division. Timothy Bradley had came into the division. Amir Khan was coming into the division because he had, flirted with. He wanted to fight Mayweather. Marcos Maidana contemplated retirement and then came back into the division. Josecito Lopez had flooded into the division. Okay, these are all facts. This is flooding the division. Paulo Malignaggi had jumped into the division. Ricky Hatton had jumped into the division. Soto Carras was in the division. Robert Guerrero jumped up into the division. Brandon Rios had jumped up and jumped into the division. So we have a slew of welterweights around 2012 to 2015. Okay, we get the welterweight division is jam packed. Then we still got Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, the new hot wave of fighters. Then you still got Jojo Dan, Kevin Bigier. This is a lot of welterweights. You could go on Boxing Rec at the time and look at the first page of welterweights and know all 25 of them and click the next page and you will see guys like Humberto Soto over there on the second page. This is either you know or you don't know. This is history, and we're going to get to the bulk of the video. This is history because I want to lay this foundation down. Now, Errol Spence, in spite of, get elevated because we want to find somebody to come back Zone with. So this guy gets all this fucking praise because of the simple fact that he blacked Floyd Mayweather's eye and that he beat up on Adrian Broner. And it was just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And then I don't know where the energy came from. Errol Spence had done absolutely nothing. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to look up some stuff because I'm typing in Errol Spence's name and I'm going to look up his Wikipedia. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the time frame so we can get to the bottom of this bullshit so I can tell you how we got here. Obviously, we know you guys ain't going to care about that because you just want to care about the fight. But I'm going to tell you how we got here so that you guys can have informed information about this fight as you're making your decision. Because a lot of guys going to talk about the bullshit, but I like to go into the root and go into the history so you guys can understand for yourself. Don't take my word for it. I like to come with documentation because documentation be conversation. So what we're going to do is we're going to comb through this. Let me exit out some of these tabs, emails and stuff like that one time. Hold on. Let me get it set up for you guys very nicely. Okay. Clean this stuff up for you. I'm getting to I got the Wikipedia page up right now. So let's keep cooking so I can support my claims in this history with true evidence. All right. Now, if you know me, you can look at my channel. It'll tell you I came here June 2013. So I'm not making this shit up. Okay. And you can go back and look at some of these guys' videos before 13 and see who and what they were talking about. It wasn't Errol Spence and it wasn't fucking Thurman. It wasn't none of the new guys. It really wasn't Sean Porter. It wasn't any of those guys. It wasn't Kell Brook. They was not talking about these guys in abundance because they were stuck on Mayweather Pacquiao and the race war that was going on. So with a lot of you new guys, let me tell you something. I relate to you guys. When you guys come on here and you want to talk about fresh boxing, I fuck with y'all. I'm not one of these historical guys that's going to beat you over the head because you don't know who the fuck Jack Dempsey is and what trunks he wore and did him and George Carpentier. I'm not finna fuck with you guys about that. It's not that big of a deal because I understand coming into the sport and I understand trying to present and introduce a new fighter. Because I also had the same understanding for Deontay Wilder, and I was met with resistance. Because at one point in time, guys, I was the young guy coming in talking about fresh fighters. I was that guy. So I understand. So let's go ahead and keep on pushing through. So let's look at some positioning and where Keith Thurman was at that particular time as opposed to Errol Spence. So here's Keith Thurman's record. And let's line it up with where I come in at. Okay? 2012, I'm watching Keith Thurman here. Brandon Hoskins. He was undefeated at the time. He stopped him in 3. And I said to myself, man, who is this guy stopping people? Orlando Lara was the one where Keith Thurman knocked the guy out and he was watching him fall to the deck. Carlos Quintana is a guy who beat Paul Williams, just in case you don't know who he is. Let's just go ahead and we can go on and click on him just to give you some understanding since we're here. Let's go ahead and just look at who Carlos Quintana is. Carlos Quintana, as you see here, he fought Miguel Cotto and lost. You see he fought Paul Williams twice. The first one was a win. Okay, that was an upset. He's fought Andre Berto. Okay, these are notable names just to comb through. And then he obviously fought Keith Thurman here at that point in time. But this is a former world champion, won WBO welterweight title. You understand? He also fought for the vacant WBA welterweight title when Miguel Cotto jumped up from 140. Okay? He also had won a minor title on the WBO side of the house. That's why Paul Williams came back and stopped him in the first round. But he's a former world champion. He's been in there with some of the names that you guys are familiar with. All right. So let's go back. Let's keep looking. That's Carlos Quintana. Let's look at Warren Zavic. Warren Zavic. This is another world champion. Okay. So you see already you see some names on here. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll start with Isaac Hashaweo. This was a big time player in the game at welterweight, and he won the IBF title. This is Warren Zavic. Now, Warren Zavic won the title, and he defended it 1, 2, 3 times until he lost it to Andre Berto. A lot of people sleep on Andre Berto, but Andre Berto made a few rounds. Okay. Then he only had lost here, right? Well, let's see. He had lost 2 times. Yeah, 2 times in a no contest. And then he got to Keith Thurman, and then he lost the minor world title. Now, what you guys don't know right here at the time, and this is bullshit. When he lost this WBO Intercontinental Welterweight title, this was to put Keith Thurman in line to fight Timothy Bradley, because Timothy Bradley had the belt at the time. He had lifted it off Pacquiao, and he was the champion. But for some reason, this disappeared magically, and Keith Thurman didn't get his shot at Timothy Bradley. I don't know how that happened and why that happened, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, this is all what Keith Thurman is doing while we're gonna check on what the fuck Errol Spence was doing in 2012. Okay. Now, Diego Chavez. Diego Chavez was an undefeated power puncher. So after let me go back one more time. Let me make it make sense. After they fucked Keith Thurman over on this minor title for him to fight Bradley, Keith Thurman said, fuck it, I'm not going to get the Bradley fight. I'm going to go ahead and fight Diego Chavez to get on the WBA side of the house, which was Adrian fucking Broner. Okay? Adrian Broner, Paulo Malignaggi was the champ. Diego Chavez was the guy in the way. Okay? He was next in line for the WBA shot. All right? So let's keep moving. So he beats Diego Chavez, undefeated Diego Chavez. Let's look at Diego Chavez just in case you guys don't know. Okay, let's go ahead to prior. This dude had how many knockouts? He was stopping shit. Knockout, knockout. Argentine, knockout, knockout, knockout. He was in that crop. Knockout, knockout. Got to Keith Thurman. He was undefeated at the time. Power puncher. They thought this was one of Keith Thurman's hardest fight. This guy had already had the minor title leading up into the Keith Thurman fight, and he had won the interim title. So that's why when Keith Thurman says, I want to fight Paulo Malignaggi, and he said, when I get on that stage, you better not duck me, son. Okay? Now, as we move forward, let's keep looking at the evidence. This is Soto Karass. Here we go again. He defends against Soto Karass. Who is Soto Karass? Soto Karass beat Andre Berto. Let's look at what happened with Soto Karass. Soto Karass do have a lot of losses. Don't get it twisted. But let's look at it. Look at some of these names on here. You guys know who Freddie Hernandez is, and you know who Yuri Furman is. That's the guy who had the messed up leg, and Cotto, they threw the towel back out and let him fit. Y'all know who Vince Phillips is. That's a credible win here. David Estrada and Carson Jones. You guys know who Carson Jones is. Okay, credible win. Mike Jones. We'll get to Mike Jones here later. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got Rosado. And then you get, he beat Adine, which was a good fight. He had lost to Marcos Maidana, beat Adine, beat Berto, and then he had came up here to lose to Keith Thurman, and he lost to Devin Alexander. Okay? Just to let you know who Soto Karass is. All right? So this man is putting in work with all the contenders. Look at this. This Carlos Quintana, Juan Zavic, Diego Chavez, Soto Karass, Julio Diaz, Leonard Bondu, Robert Guerrero, Luis Collazo, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. So a lot of people keep talking about what this guy did just with Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, like as if though he ain't beat Collazo and Robert Guerrero. And this is all the way up into 2017. Obviously, we're present up into Manny Pacquiao. So just to give you some context, this is not about Keith Thurman, okay? This is going to be mainly about Errol Spence. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop sharing that, and we're going to put Errol Spence up here shortly. All right, and we're going to talk about Terence Crawford. We're going to compare the two and see how we arrive at this point so we can look at this stylistic breakdown. So let me put in Terence Crawford. But I'm just giving you the manufactured boogeyman concept and why I don't fuck with the nigga or his fan base and the shit they be talking about because they full of shit. And I got Crawford up. Now let's get back to the business. All right. So as we know, let's go and get his history. Keith Thurman gets put in front of Errol Spence, or Errol Spence is getting put in front of Keith Thurman because Errol Spence beat up Broner in fucking sparring, and Mayweather blacked his eye in sparring. So Mayweather, as an attempt to get out of the fight, let's check this out. I showed you that Keith Thurman had won the WBA internship, right? He won the WBO. They just disappeared the man off the fucking list. And next thing you know, he not fighting Timothy Bradley. So he took an alternative route. He fought the undefeated Diego Chavez to win the WBA interim title. When that happened, Adrian Broner beat Paulo Malignaggi. It was supposed to be Keith Thurman versus Adrian Broner next. Somehow Marcos Maidana jumped the line and got the fight with Broner, and you know how that goes. Meanwhile, Keith Thurman is defending the minor title. He's supposed to be up in line. Floyd Mayweather circumvents and undercuts Adrian Broner after Broner loses to Marcos Maidana. Floyd Mayweather takes the fight and had to fight Marcos Maidana twice. And meanwhile, Keith Thurman is saying, man, what the fuck? I want to fight Floyd Mayweather. Now, this is where it becomes important. When Floyd Mayweather wins the WBA title, I don't need to look up that and research that because you guys are familiar with Floyd. You follow Floyd. Most of you here for Floyd, and you guys understand this shit right here. Okay? Floyd Mayweather, when he beat Marcos Maidana, and he had already had the WBC belt, and he unified with the WBA, that's when he said, I'm going to drop one of my belts so that Keith Thurman and Errol Spence can fight each other. I don't want the young lions calling me out. Then you just fought Marcos Maidana. When are you, Floyd, going to fight a prime undefeated black fighter? He said, nope, I'm not fighting Errol Spence. Stop calling me out. I'm not fighting Keith Thurman. But what I will do is put them two against each other. And that spawned the rivalry between Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman ran and said, man, look, give me 10 million. And then Errol Spence ran with the bullshit and said, okay, cool. You know what? I'm going to use this as clout. So that's how we get to Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, the rivalry. Just straight up manufactured bullshit by Floyd Mayweather. And because of the Keith Thurman fan base and Keith Thurman having success, and because of the hate that motherfuckers didn't like that I was kicking their ass on as a content creator, they decided to run with that and make us believe that Errol Spence was this fucking boogeyman. But he never was in line and never sent a contract to fight Keith Thurman. So now let's talk about the boogeyman mantra that is made up about Errol Spence. And then we finna get to all of this shit that's going to make sense here in a second. Let's get to Errol Spence, okay? All right, so Errol Spence, we showed you Keith Thurman. Okay, now let's look at what he was doing. Let's look at what he was fucking doing. This man turned fucking pro in 2012, guys. 2012. And immediately they started putting this guy in and trying to make him relevant to Keith Thurman. Who the fuck did he fight? He hadn't done it. It's not even a minor title. Look, this is all blank. There's no minor title that he won or anything to put himself in position. This is all the way up to 2014, guys. This is crazy. Look, this is all the way up to 2014. Floyd Mayweather had fought Marcos Maidana in 2014, May, in September. So this is what's happening. This is all in between. Look at this. 2014. Who the fuck is Raymond Charles? Ronald Cruz. Come on, man. These guys, the first person that he come to your name that you don't know is right here. These three motherfuckers right here. Samuel Vargas, Phil LaGreco, and Chris Van Herten. These are the first names. And this is in 2015, dog. Mayweather was fucking supposed to be fought Keith Thurman by then. So how the fuck Errol Spence? Errol Spence ain't even, where's this the boogeyman? See, this one, man, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Look, I'm a historian and a new nigga. I'm a hybrid, so I can bust both people. You ain't finna fool me with this shit. We giving you the history today, and you can make your assessment because it don't really matter, but I'm just giving you the sociology and the social construct behind this bullshit. Who he fought, and then Larte rocked his ass, but they like to leave that shit out. In 9 fights, nigga, he got rocked by Larte early. He also fought Brandon Hoskins. Look, same name. This is who he fought. Stop Brandon Hoskins. Everybody stop Brandon Hoskins, right? This nigga gets rocked by Larte. This is all in 2012, 2013, but this was supposed to be the guy who's striking fear in Sean Porter, striking fear in Keith Thurman, striking fear in Mayweather. He's the next hot thing. No, they was full of shit because I'm here on YouTube by this time. I'm definitely here. Look, I'm here on YouTube right here, man. This 2013, you wasn't hearing this Errol Spence shit, bro. So you telling me when I come in 13, now all of a sudden he's a boogeyman because he fought Larte got rocked in 2014. This is motherfucker 2013. These are motherfuckers that were just reaching, bro. That's how Errol Spence name. This is not a pedigree, and I'm sick of this shit about the resume, all these fake ass Errol Spence arguments. This is not all time great shit. There's nobody here that you guys can point to suggest that this guy got any fucking skills that you guys are fucking claiming that he got. This shit don't tell me a fucking thing. And you sit here fucking lying on YouTube. You lying son of a bitches. You just doing this shit to be fair so you can get money on your fucking channel because you don't want to disrupt your fan base, you fuck niggas. You niggas get on my fucking nerves. You been sitting here lying to this public. I'm back now, motherfuckers. I'm finna goddamn strain this shit out because I know who you niggas are. You're not gonna keep lying to these new people on this shit. I'm sick of you niggas. Been twisting you niggas up. Big channels and small channels. So let's keep on cooking. This is the nigga y'all talking about. This a boogeyman. This nigga 13, 14, fucking 2015. This nigga ain't did a goddamn thing. This is supposed to be the king of the welterweight division. This nigga ain't do a goddamn thing. Tell me how any of these fucking first, let me go to 20 to be fair. Tell me how all the way up to 2016, any of this shit that you see on this fuck nigga resume is going to manifest in a ring against fucking Crawford. I'm going to wait for you niggas. Write that down because when I open it up, I want that shit answered. Tell me how the fuck Sammy Vargas, Phil Greco, Van Herten shitty ass, and fucking Chris Algieri is going to compare to some fucking goddamn Terence Crawford. And you niggas talking about he got a jab? Or just who? Who the fuck he got a jab against? The fuck is y'all talking about? Who can't beat Chris Al? Let's look at Chris Algieri. Let's look at Chris Algieri. Sorry, kickboxing ass. This is a kickboxer, y'all. Let's see what his pussy ass don't ever done. Never won a title in life. Okay, here we go. He beat Ruslan Provodnikov. Lost to Manny Pacquiao. Got his ass whooped by Amir Khan. Won against Eric Bonet. Lost to Errol Spence Jr. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Junior. This is a 140 pounder. This is one. What did this son of a bitch do at 147 to suggest lost to Conor Ben stoppage? Tell me what this son of a bitch did to suggest that his resume is so this and so that and all of that. And see, that's what I'm telling you about these legacy debates and all these guys getting on here talk. They don't know his resume. They don't know the shit. They just talking and giving you cool facts and talking about what you ain't doing and cussing all in the debates and shit. But they don't know a fucking thing about boxing, man. So how the fuck is Chris Algieri a credible opponent that's gonna prepare you for motherfucking Terence Crawford with the jab? Okay, let's go to Van Herten sorry ass. Let's go to Van Herten. Let's go to Van Herten ass. All his fucking fights are in goddamn South Africa. Against who? He fighting the whole goddamn tribe of somebody in fucking Africa. We don't know who the fuck these tribe members are. Man, this is a tribe of people that he been beating up in goddamn South Africa. Man, we don't know who the fuck these people is. Can y'all, since y'all so cool and y'all know so much, can one of you historical niggas tell me who the fuck all these niggas is? Because I don't know them. Since you niggas know so much, since Errol Spence is so goddamn devastatingly good, let's find out. Who the fuck is this? Oh, and then Errol Spence come up here and beat Van Herten. Who the fuck? And then he has a no contest with Jerron Boots Ennis, and he gets stopped by who again? It seems like Conor Ben name coming up quite a motherfucking lot. But I don't hear you niggas talking about how good Conor Ben is. Let's go and move on to the next motherfucker, because you niggas are full of shit, and we finna get to that work today. Oh, let's check out Phil Greco. Who the fuck is Phil Greco? Maybe this guy gonna show us some promise and show us who the fuck he really is. Maybe this guy is somebody good. Let's see. Don't know who the fuck Derek Jones is. Don't know who the fuck Chris Hill. I knew a nigga I went to school with named Chris Hill, and that ain't him. Jonathan Nelson. Who the fuck is that? Let's see who else. Noel Cortez. Who the fuck is that? Let's keep going. Here go this bomb again. That everybody's running through. Brandon motherfucking Hoskins again. A fucking game, man. How many times this guy gonna get his ass whooped? My God, man, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Then he steps up, and what happens? He get his ass whooped by Sean Porter. What happened? He steps up, get his ass whooped by Errol Spence Jr. Steps up, get his ass whooped by Amir Khan. Goddamn, boy. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? It seems like these same niggas beating the same niggas that's beating the same niggas. So what the fuck is you talking about? You don't give, but when Bud knocked this fuck nigga out, although these niggas got a similar opponent, you niggas won't give him no credit for this shit. Let's keep on going. Let's break this nigga's shit down, his resume, and then we're gonna see how this spun into a fucking he's a jab expert, and he ain't fighting nobody, man. Of course he look like he's a high-level bullshit slugger, man. This dude can't fight. Fuck y'all talking about? Y'all niggas giving this nigga credit for credit just to beat. Man, this nigga's a black Antonio Margarito. He gonna get his ass whooped. Let's keep on going. Bondu, we stepping up here. We stepping up here. Okay, Bondu beats Lee Purdy. We know that he beats Frankie Gavin, right? Highly touted amateur. Europe did some things, had some good success. A lot of these motherfuckers here are still bums. Okay, I don't give a fuck what Euro motherfucker get on here and want to contest it. These guys are not highly touted at all. You ain't never heard of none of these niggas' names ever again once Bondu damn near beat them. You don't know where the fuck these guys at. Some of these niggas working at Crystals now. Some of these niggas pumping gas at Quick Trip. Okay, Lee Purdy, Frankie Gavin, guess what? Undefeated Keith Thurman beats him. This nigga fight two more motherfuckers we ain't never heard of before in your life, and then here you go, Errol Spence beat him. But this guy ain't good, but this guy good because he beat Bondu. Because he beat Bondu, it makes it good now. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Bondu don't tell you shit about how that's going to prepare you for no Terence Crawford. Okay, let's keep on going. You know what? Let's go to Kell Brook. Okay, let's get down to the weeds now. Okay, so Kell Brook, whether you like it or not, let's go ahead. Solid fight. We're not going to deny that. Let's give credit where credit's due so that both can get credit. Now, we know that Kell Brook is solid. We know he beat Michael Jennings. You see the Indu fight. We know Matthew Hatton, Carson Jones again came up. Carson Jones again. Y'all see the names. Sean Porter, JoJo Dan, Frankie Gavin, Kevin Bizier. These guys was rated, you know what I'm saying, at the time was undefeated. This guy, and this is not Errol Spence's fault, but let me explain something to you niggas. Now, GGG, he goes up after coming off of a stoppage run against rated contenders. These guys ain't no world beaters. You know their names, they're not world beaters. Kell Brook goes up and he fights GGG. I don't know why the fuck he did that. I have no idea. I'm not going to speculate. Some say to sacrifice his own. Some say for the payday. I don't know why the fuck he did that. But he got his shit broke. He got his shit broke, whether you like it or not. Then you say, Errol Spence broke the other side. Okay, cool. Errol Spence broke the other side. He won the goddamn title. Good for Errol Spence. Okay, but right after that, 2017 to 2018, this big shit that you guys talking about, right? He ran 3 in a row. 2 stoppages. At that, his eye holds up. He doesn't quit. He beats 3 people in a row. Rabchenko solid. He's getting back in contingency. And then he loses to Crawford 3 years later. What's the problem? And then after Terence Crawford, he stops Amir Khan. What the fuck is you guys talking about? Huh? What the fuck is you talking about for his resume and credit? So Errol Spence in 2017 can get credit after GGG broke his eye socket. Both of these niggas break his eye socket. He go on a 3-fight win streak, but then when he get to Crawford and Crawford stop his ass in 4, that's a problem. Make this shit make sense to me. Tell me how the fuck does any of this shit that Errol Spence is doing prepare him for Terence Crawford? How? Just looking at the resume, fuck all the car wreck talk, because I'm sick of that shit. Because you niggas, we're going to talk about boxing. Oh my God, this nigga got Lamont Peterson. This nigga might be the worst boxing nigga ever in life. Man, this nigga so goddamn sorry. When the last time y'all seen Lamont Peterson sorry ass? This nigga is a career fucking lightweight. Let's go ahead and look. Who the fuck are these niggas? Huh? This nigga ain't did shit except at light welterweight, if that. Won a minor title. Humberto Soto, that's a good win for him. This is all 140. Timothy Bradley, though, guess what happened? He lost as soon as he stepped up. Victor Ortiz, draw. What happened? Mir Khan, he won against Amir Khan, and he got, because Amir Khan kept losing points. Kendall Holt, that's a good one. Matisse stopped him. Derrick John win, that's a good one. Danny Garcia, right? Danny Garcia. Win against David Evanesian, been on a 3-fight losing streak ever since Errol Spence beat him. Lost to Errol Spence, stoppage. Lipinich, stoppage. Stoppage. 7, 10, 4. What the fuck is Lamont Peterson going to tell you about anything as it pertains to fucking Terence Crawford? Let's keep on going. Let's go to all these so-called good opponents that you niggas want to talk about. Let's go ahead and look at this shit, right? We know what Sean Porter did. Let's look at it. Let's look at Sean Porter. Go ahead and look at this. We ain't gonna take no credit away from Sean Porter because Sean Porter's a solid fighter. He's a solid fighter. But let's look at who did what first. First of all, Sean Porter, y'all forget that he had a draw with Julio Diaz. Now, Keith Thurman stopped this nigga and retired him, just for the record. Fought the same nigga, Lil Greco. Same bum-ass nigga again. Rematch Julio Diaz, won. Devin Alexander, this is where we have an issue at. He beats Devin Alexander, and at this time in 2013, they asked him, would you want to fight Keith Thurman? This son of a bitch says, his daddy says, no. Maybe if Keith can go get the WBA fucking belt, we'll make it a bigger fight then. That's why Keith Thurman went and got the fucking belt. Meanwhile, everybody's starting to tell you that, man, these guys are ducking fucking Errol Spence already. Ridiculous. He goes on and beat Paulo Malignaggi. Right after that, he fucking loses to Kell Brook. Right after that. Right after that, he had one fucking successful defense against a bitch ass nigga, and then he goes and loses to Kell Brook right after that. Then he fights his way back into contingency, and guess what happened? He gets his ass whooped right again by Keith Thurman. He goes up, get himself back in contingency, go right up here, get his ass whooped by Errol Spence Jr. Win another fight, give us a hard time about Terence Crawford, talking about all this and all that, get his ass stopped. Where the other stoppage at? Where the other stoppage at on his resume where he got stopped by anybody? This man done fought Kell Brook, majority decision. Keith Thurman, UD. Earl Spence, SD. And y'all talking about this motherfucker was washed up? Nah, man. What the fuck is y'all talking about? He just started fighting motherfuckers and goddamn, what's this? Devin Alexander, Phil Greco, they all ball. He just started fighting motherfuckers. Devin Alexander, 2013, bro. So you telling me that this nigga, come on, man. 9 years of boxing and these niggas fight. Look at this shit right here. 2015, he fought twice. 2016, the son of a bitch fought once. 2017, Sean Porter fought twice. 18, the nigga fought once. 19, he fought twice. 20, he fought once. And what the fuck is y'all talking about? All that rest in between, the fuck is y'all talking about? Niggas washed up and about to retire. No, he retired because he got fucking stopped. And a lot of you niggas picked your boy to lose the fight. You picked Terence Crawford to lose the fight. So don't get on here trying to cap because your decision was fucking wrong. You niggas been wrong about Terence Crawford and you can't stand the shit because he stopped your nigga Porter. All you niggas said the same shit about Sean Porter. Man, I don't know. I'm on the fence. It's going to be a good one. I don't know. Okay, so how the fuck Sean Porter get washed up now? But before that, you niggas was talking about it was on the fence. It's a 50-50 fight. We need to see this fight from him because we need to see how he handled inside pressure. Well, obviously motherfuckers, because it's 10th round TKO, Porter ass, retired, get him the fuck out of here, body bag. Now he's a podcaster. The fuck is y'all talking about? Let's keep on moving. Get the evidence out. Because you niggas like to lie. Let's talk about Mikey Garcia. First of all, it is a complete and utter fucking bullshit lie for niggas to get on here and tell you that Errol Spence just wanted to display his fucking boxing skills. You niggas are a motherfucking lie. I saw the goddamn whole telecast, and that was not the case. Nigga, Derrick James was telling him, now, the Hall of Fame trainer that y'all like to point to, the future Hall of Fame, the fighter trainer of the year, motherfucker. Okay, he was telling Errol Spence he needed to stop him. He couldn't do it. Don't give me that shit he wanted to show boxing skills. He couldn't stop him. The fuck is you niggas talking about? All of a sudden, Errol Spence coming in there trying to box people's ears off, but you niggas say he's a body bagger. But when it came to Mikey Garcia, all of a sudden, he just wanted to become Floyd Mayweather. The fuck is you niggas talking about? You niggas say anything for likes. You niggas say anything. Bullshit niggas. You picked Sean Porter to beat fucking Crawford, and it didn't work out for you, so you're trying to discredit the man. Bullshit niggas. Danny Garcia. All right, man. Y'all know who Danny Garcia, man. I ain't even finna talk about that nigga, man. Let's talk about this son of a bitch here. Everybody been on this nigga dick because he's a fucking Cuba. Fuck Cuba. We give a fuck about Cuba. I'm so tired of hearing that shit. Them cheating ass niggas. We don't even know how old none of them niggas is. Them niggas be lying on their birth certificate and all kind of shit. I don't know nothing about no Cuba. Lying ass. I don't trust shit from no goddamn Cuba. You niggas, they just be lying all the time from Cuba. Niggas defect over here and the nigga be 49 years old, beating up on 17-year-olds. Man, I don't have no respect for no Cuba. I'm so sick of that shit. Oh, the Cuban style. The Cuban style what? How did it work out for Ortiz? He got his brains blown out on the canvas several times at this point. Long got his brains blown out on the canvas. How many times? Ugas, brain blown out on the canvas. Nigga, what's the other nigga? Gamboa, brain blown out on the canvas several times. The fuck out of here with that Cuban shit, man. Fuck you niggas. Oh, ain't Cuban, you get the Cubans. The Cubans ain't shit. But some lying birth certificate lying motherfuckers. Some birth certificate faking ass age lying niggas beating up on 17-year-olds. And they be 34 years old. Nigga, I know about Cuba. Fuck you niggas talking about. I know people in Guantanamo Bay. I know people served over there. Them niggas be goddamn 25 years old, beating up on 17 and 16-year-olds, and you niggas around here trying to be impressed. Oh, the Cuban style is so, the Cuban style. Man, fuck you in the Cuban style, nigga. American style. American knock the motherfucker out. How about that style? And Wilder blew his brains out. How about that? Fuck the Cuban style. Tired of that shit about this Cuban style. That shit's overrated, and I'm sick of it. We don't see not Victor Ortiz. We don't see Luz Ortiz brains blowed out by Deontay Wilder, who can't even fucking box, according to you niggas. But the Cuban style is so fucking, the Cuban style, man. Fuck the Cuban style. You niggas ain't gonna do nothing about it. The Cuban style sucks and it's shitty. Them niggas is wild, messy, throw punches all over the place, and then they get their ass stopped as soon as they step the fuck up. Sick of this shit about the Cuban style. The goddamn Cuban style. Nobody don't give a fuck about no Cuban style. Fuck it out of here, man. Cuban style is so fucking, it's so awesome. And then he got his ass whooped by Amir Munn down here. Yeah. Got his ass whooped down here too. Nigga 40-something years old, beat up on 17-year-olds. Already coming in with ass whoopings. But the Cuban style, man, fuck the Cuban style. Fuck out of here, man. This nigga ain't shit. Let's move on to the next step. Let's move on to the next step, man. Because you niggas be bullshit. The Cuban style is so awesome. It's so, every time I turn around, the nigga mouth bloody and he fucking unconscious. Every Cuban nigga that's supposed to be something ain't shit. Ortiz ain't won a fucking title. Never no major world title. He won't go in history. He's nothing. Fuck out of here with this Cuban style. You niggas just saying shit to sound cool. The Cuban style, because according to my intellect, and then because the Cubans, man, them niggas, 19-year-old niggas beating up 14-year-old niggas. They 25-year-old niggas beating up on 16-year-olds, dudes. Okay? That's what the fuck is going on. I'm sick of this shit like we don't know that. And we keep talking about how good he is. We still don't know how old Luz Ortiz ass is. Fuck out of here, man. Now let's look at Terence Crawford. Let's look at Terence Crawford. We're going to ether this up real quick. Now, I guess this shit don't matter, though. All this shit over here in this column to the right just don't fucking matter. None of this shit over here matters. That's what a stupid nigga told me in a debate. That stupid nigga 86 over there. That's how dumb them niggas is. That's how dumb niggas is. None of this shit don't matter. We have a legacy debate. They can't start talking about resume. But I'm going to show you how to look at a nigga resume. I just showed you how Errol Spence shit ain't nothing. So look. Let's look at this. All this man life in fucking boxing. All this man life. Look at this. Let's go. Let's say all these niggas are bombs until we get here. First 20 fights. Let's just say we fuck all these niggas. He a game. Prescott. We know he stopped Amir Khan. We already know that. He's a contender now because he won a contender spot. Look at this. Look at these names. These are all lightweights. Cool. We know you don't give a fuck about it. We know you don't give a fuck about it. We know you don't give a fuck about it. It doesn't matter. All this shit on right over here, all this shit just don't matter. None of this shit matter over here. None of this, all this hardware over here don't matter. We know. But then let's talk about what is actually important then and how it pertains to fucking 147. Right here, stoppage. Right here, stoppage. Right here, stoppage. We already covered this nigga. Right here, stoppage. Right here, we already covered this nigga. Stoppage. Right here, we already covered this nigga. Stoppage. But let's look at some of the niggas that they have so many questions about. Let's look at, we'll start with this nigga David Evanesian. Let's go down. Let's see, did he beat anybody compared to Brandon Hoskins and Larte and Lamont Peterson, sorry ass. Damn, that's a whole bunch of shit over here on the right side. That's a whole bunch of shit on his right side. Look, starting off with a loss. Cool, no doubt. But look at this. Doing this thing over in Russia. We're not going to say he's a world beater. We're just going to say, hey, there's a lot of shit on his right side. It's a lot of shit on his right side. Very good win right here. Good win right here. Let's keep going. Uh-oh. Is that a Hall of Famer right there? Is that a future Hall of Famer right there? Who that is right there? Talk to me. Don't run now. Talk to me. Who this here right here? Guess what? He lost to fought the same nigga. Did y'all say, now, let's get this straight. Evanesian lost to Lamont Peterson. But he's supposed to be credible, according to y'all, on Errol Spence. So his resume looking pretty good. There's also the same nigga who lost to Kowalowski's. And y'all wonder why people be talking about Kowalowski's is solid. And then guess what? Went on the win streak. Check it out. Stoppage, 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 stoppage. Good win. Stoppage, stoppage. He gets stopped. What the fuck is we talking about? But while he's doing that, though, look over here. European title, European title, European title. Multiple defenses. Stoppage. Got a Hall of Famer. Got one of the best opponents you can have on your shit. So what are we talking about? The fuck is we talking? Let me go on to Shane Mosley because I know you niggas, just in case. I know I shouldn't have to do this, but just in case. Let's talk about who Shane Mosley is because I know some of you niggas gonna not remember all of a sudden. Look at who this guy is. Regarded as one of the greatest lightweights of all time. Golden Johnson, just ain't late. Okay, this is history. Really wise. And then one thing about this guy, he jumps up 2 weight classes. He jumps up 2 weight classes. 35 to 47. Oscar De La Hoya. And then you know the rest after that. Vernon Forrest put that Stankonia on his ass. Then he beat De La Hoya again. Drops to Winky Wright. Those are credible losses. Then he beats Fernando Vargas. He loses to Cotto, who's a Hall of Famer. He beats Ricardo Mayorga. Antonio Margarito. Loses to Floyd. Loses to Pacquiao. Still going. Loses to Anthony Mundane, and then Evanesian retired him. So what the fuck is we talking about? What are we talking about? 8 losses. Well, 10 losses. And Evanesian is one of them. So what's the problem? That's who Shane Mosley is. Okay? Let's go ahead and move on, man, past David Evanesian, since you guys want to be on this nuts. But let's look at it one more time. Look at all this hardware over here. Look at this knockout streak going into Terence Crawford. So he beat the guy coming off a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight knockout streak. And he lost to Kowalowski's. But he beat Shane Mosley. Let's go to Kowalowski's, the guy who just beat David Evanesian. Since y'all want to talk about how bad he is and all this kind of shit, coming in here, look, a lot of stoppages. These are bombs. You're supposed to do that. Stoppages. A decision here, stoppage. Let's look at it. Step up. David Evanesian beat the guy y'all talking about. And then right after that, what'd he do? Stop, UD. It was time, Ray Robinson. And then he stepped up and fought Terence Crawford. But y'all like when Virgil Ortiz beat him, though. Man, you niggas are full of shit. This is a real welterweight. Virgil Ortiz fought him. Y'all like Virgil Ortiz, don't you? Y'all think he the second coming of some shit too, don't you? Huh? So what the fuck y'all mean Kowalowski's? Kowalowski's is a real welterweight. The fuck y'all talking about? The fuck y'all talking about, man? How does all this look? Let me go ahead and stop sharing this and get to this style shit. So we know to cook all the way up, man. That's enough of that. Now let's go ahead and get. First of all, Shane Mosley was not 127 years old. Stop the cap. Stop the fuck nigga shit and exaggeration. Shane Mosley had never been stopped ever since fighting. Okay, niggas can fight more than 60 fights, bro. If you tummy bundles, you look like you 127 years old. So you should know how many times Archie Moore and them don't fight. Archie Moore got more knockouts than some people got fights, man. The fuck is you talking about? I don't want to hear this shit. Okay? These guys can fight more than what the fuck they fighting. You guys talking about they old and shit. No, they not old. You just want them to be old because you don't know enough about boxing. That's the problem. These niggas ain't fighting enough. So I don't want to hear that shit about they was old and all. No, they ain't no fucking old. They just don't fight enough. So you think they're old. Ain't nobody stopping them guys from fighting. So let's go on and break this down to this stylistic shit, right? Now that we covered this nigga bullshit ass resume and the history behind Errol Spence being a bullshit nigga, let's talk about what might happen in the ring. Okay. Errol Spence's jab is clearly overly exaggerated. Who he jabbing the shit out of? Who he jabbing? That gives you any indication that shit gonna work against Terence Crawford. Who the fuck he mowing down like that? Everybody I seen on the list damn near get stopped just naturally by all kind of people. You can stop him. I can stop him. All of us can stop Van Herten, Phil LaGreco, and fucking Chris Algieri. From my estimation, who can't stop them niggas? Who can't stop Bundu? Keith Thurman can't, but who can't stop Bundu? It's not this shit what y'all talking about Errol Spence and his skill set against who? Everybody y'all say he was gonna stop, he don't stop. Y'all say he gonna stop and blow Danny Garcia out the water. Niggas got egg on their face. What the fuck is y'all talking about? He couldn't stop Mikey Garcia. He's not this high-level destructive machine that you guys are talking about. Man, let me get you guys in here, man, to see what you're gonna say, man. I want to hear this shit. Because I want to hear this is where the styles come in, and let's see what the possible outcome is. Let's see what's going on. And all this fucking talk about Terence Crawford can't hold his horses, and he's gonna be too antsy, and he's gonna be too enthusiastic, and that's gonna lead him into some type of trap. What kind of trap? Him whooping Errol Spence's ass? No, I'm not discrediting the Cuban pedigree because Wilder KO Ortiz. I'm talking about all that shit. The fact that they defect over here and lie on their birth certificates, and the fact that there are 25-year-old men who are beating up on 17-year-olds, you idiot. That's what I'm talking about, tummy bundles. You heard what the fuck I said. Stop acting stupid. You're not smart. You're not intelligent at all. Wrong nigga. Okay? I said that they defect over here and they have a tendency to lie on their birth certificates and beat up on 17-year-olds for 13 years and get gold medals, and you niggas on here talking about the Cuban amateur pedigree. No, niggas, stop. Let me bring Zoe Money in here, man, so he can cook on this shit. Go ahead, big Zoe Money.
Hey, boy, you on fire, boy. Hey, you done already said what need to be said. Boy, you know, put him in a blender, boy. Hey, then you went back through history. Hey, I remember all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, yeah, you on fire, bro.
Man, they out here playing, man. They out here
He
playing,
talking about Shane Mosley was 127 years old. Nigga, you look like you're 127 years old.
Come on, man.
Hey, boy, you cooking, boy. Keep cooking. Go ahead. I ain't gonna stop.
Man, I was just saying, let you go ahead and get in here, man. You go ahead and hold it. Speak your piece, man, and get him some of that evidence and talk to him. I'm finna go with him and get this charger real quick and keep this going. Because I want to hear what these guys got to say. Because I know they're full of shit. Go ahead.
Get on in the link, man. Let's get this shit popping, man. Cause I want to hear the arguments against this shit. I really do. Cause all you hear is that Cuban shit constantly. But when we go down history, them Cubans keep getting their ass smashed. You know what I mean? We can go down the line. You know what I mean? And honestly, like the shit with Errol Spence, I hate that shit, man. Cause that shit sparked from Floyd. You know what I mean? Because Floyd didn't want to fight Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman was chasing that WBA belt. Damn near, he chased it from. It started with Paulie Malignaggi, then it went to Adrian Broner, then it went from Adrian Broner to Marcos Maidana, which I don't know how the fuck he got a title shot when at the end of the day he ducked out of the fight. Keith Thurman debut at HBO. Saying then he ducked again. They tried to he ducked Thurman 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman was supposed to fight him 3 different occasions, and he turned down a fight every time. But then you go and fight Adrian Broner, win the title, and get and somehow get favored. Well, Floyd, I got an easy link to grab that WBA belt, so let me go ahead and wash Maidana. And then there was a controversial first fight. Folks was feeling that Floyd didn't beat him when it was a clear decision win that he smashed him. You know what I mean? You know, everybody know Floyd is one of the best 7-round fighters that we've ever known in history. You know what I mean? Then Floyd get the title, and then Floyd come on and say Keith Green. So Keith Thurman turned towards fighting. Floyd finally retires. You know what I mean? And then Keith Thurman got elevated to the WBA super champion. You know what I mean? That's how he ended up getting the later on down the line, getting the title fight with Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? But Keith Thurman started getting a lot of injuries to that fight. Nobody had respect for when Keith Thurman got hurt. You know what I mean? They felt like he was faking an injury, but nobody said that shit when Errol Spence did that lame ass shit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Before the car crash, you know what I mean? Like all that time, that layoffs and all that bullshit that he was doing, you know what I mean? And now he swear he up and down, he don't want to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, it's so much bullshit, man. When you go back down the line, bro, like Keith Thurman was the boogeyman of the division for quite some time until Errol Spence put his name in the basket. But Keith was like, why the fuck am I going to fight him when I'm hunting Floyd? You know what I mean? I felt like that was a smoke screen for Floyd not to fight him. Then Floyd came on the fucking thing and said Keith Thurman was green. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. And listen, man, I'm going to say this to Tucker Bundles. Hey, listen, you may be able to do that, man. Because everybody take everybody thing. You can't beat me through a female. I'm gonna let you know that now. I don't care what you can take or what you can't take. Because it is what it is.
What do you say? If in person, I'll take your dick. Man, your dick too little, white boy.
He might not even be a white guy. He might be a black guy or a Spanish guy, or a white guy.
No, that ain't no black guy.
You never know, man. I don't know what he do. And then Boxing Wizard, man, you can just come on. You know what I'm saying? Your arrogance is intolerable. Okay, cool. Your ego is unmeasurable. I thought Carl Froch was bad. Fuck me. you made him look modest. Okay, I agree. What else you want me to say? That's right. You know why I'm this way? If you want to call it arrogance, I don't call it arrogance. I call it confident, and I call it knowing my stuff and putting in work in the game. And I'm not gonna let you niggas get bullshit through. And that's why you call it arrogance, because you're mad because I know where to go to expose the shit and bring up you niggas' history about the lies. So Boxing Wizard, you can get on here and you can speak your piece and say what you want to say. Look, ain't nobody got no wrench on my shit. So if that's arrogance, I don't know what it is. I'm the most engaging nigga on here. I don't have no wrenches. I can handle myself. It is what it is. So if you so confident and you feel so type of way, Boxing Wizard, just jump on. Let me put a chat in there again for you and see if you're going to get on here and say something. Some fly cool shit at least. Don't get on here and be gay and bush your titties out and spread your ass cheeks. Let's hear what you got to say. Go ahead, Zo. We'll wait for that nigga to get on here and see what he got to say about it. Go ahead, Zo. If you can speak or you can cook, you got it. No, you on mute, Zo.
Yo.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you had muted me on your end.
No, I did. I just had it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, the bullshit of boxing, bro. Like these folk, they just hollering for their favorite fighter, bro. And somebody. Okay, come on in. Come on in.
Peace be sealed. Let's see what he got to say. It's open for everybody, man. It don't matter to me. You can cook your piece. I ain't wrenching nobody up. Go ahead, speak your piece.
Yo, I'm rocking with y'all, man. I'm about to just come up real quick and just give y'all some love what y'all doing this morning, man. Awesome work. I really appreciate the precision at which you built the argument. You feel me? Like actually showing the people and walking them through it, because like
yep.
I ain't trying to be cliche, but most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Like they don't know the history. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what you've been doing these last few weeks with your videos, the history of it, like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? It's really restoring the feeling and really bringing back to what this shit really is supposed to be. And y'all ain't even touch on the shit when you talk about how Kell Brook's face was broke, how Mikey Garcia came up 2 weight divisions, how Danny Garcia ain't shit, moved up, was a blown up 140 pounder who don't got no great wins at 147. How Sean Porter lost to every good, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't even really take it all the way you could go with it. But I appreciate what y'all doing, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all up.
Go ahead, cook it.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But like this shit is getting out of control. Like we don't watch Bud go through the rank. Like what the fuck is the point of the sanctioning bodies having the history of the sport if we not gonna follow the tradition and how the shit has been done for hundreds of years, going back to John L. Sullivan and Tom Cribb and all them white boys over there across the pond? Like what the fuck is the point of this shit? Like if you're not trying to work your way through the rankings, if you're not fighting the best dudes, proving yourself, putting in work, putting in that legacy, so then when you get there, it ain't just no fucking flash in the pan. Like you really ready to be a champion and take on the responsibilities of a champion. Like even if you go on to lose, we respect you. Everybody respects Sean Porter, even though he a C+, B- fighter. We respect him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't great, but you know what I'm saying? But like I said, like I don't want to get too long-winded. Y'all niggas is doing y'all thing, man. I appreciate y'all what y'all doing. Keep cooking.
Okay, no doubt. Appreciate it. All right, so we bringing it down a notch. None of y'all had to speak on that. I just had to give y'all that shit raw, man, because that shit be pissing me off because y'all act like y'all don't be remembering this shit or you just simply don't know. So I get tired of the same narratives. Let's do the research. And again, the Boxing Wizard, listen, nobody's wrenching you up. Nobody's doing anything to you. I put the link in the chat. Only thing I enjoy when you don't agree with me. Okay? I'm cool if you agree with me or you got your own position. Boxing Wizard, just get on here and speak your piece. I'll drop the link one more time. This is the last time I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go and move on to something else. I ain't finna play all day with you. Here's your chance to get on here, cuss, rant, rave, provide counterpoints, speak your piece, threaten, do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You got the floor. Nobody's gonna stop you. Freedom of speech, motherfucker. Bring your ass, bring your ass, bring your ass. bullshit, man.
I think they're scared zone, man. That's what it looked like to me, bro. I think
Yeah.
when you came with the facts, niggas trying to figure out a way to combat that.
So he probably doing some research right quick. But anyway,
Yeah,
man. So
that's what it looked like.
all right. So my point is, and just cooking on this stylistic thing. Look, is there a way Errol Spence could beat Crawford? Yes, there is a way. Okay. Could he catch him slipping? Could Crawford have a lapse in judgment? Absolutely. But I just don't see that. I see him coming in looking sharp. I see him beating Errol Spence to the punch. I see him giving Errol Spence looks that will confuse him. And I think that Crawford is going to end up stopping Errol Spence late. I think the pressure and the boxing ability of Terence Crawford is going to bust the pipe of Errol Spence. I think we're going to see his pipe bust for a change this time.
Yep, I agree with that. I really do. I think that. I really okay. This is my stance on this fight, and a lot of people may not agree with me, but it's cool. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just give my opinion on it. I think that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford should be the ones fighting right now. I honestly think Keith Thurman should have got that shot against Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Because neither one of them beat him, which was the top top welterweight. Period. If we want to be honest about the situation, you feel what I'm saying? Like, to be truthful with, like, nobody beat the man. You know what I mean? Because he beat everybody. He walked through everybody that was hot at the time. That we could say, you know, they obviously gave Danny Garcia his position because of what he did at 140, which won at 147. You feel what I'm saying? So when I just really think that one of them should have fought Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? Even though Keith Thurman had them injuries, which pissed me off dearly. You know what I mean? I still think that Keith Thurman deserved his respect. Because he didn't lose to nobody but Manny Pacquiao, bro, and that's a legend. You feel what I'm saying? That's a future Hall of Famer. Like, yep. I don't fault him for taking that shot. You know what I mean? To fight Hall of Famer, he was chasing Floyd for years. Floyd would never give him a fight. Then Floyd retired. You feel what I'm saying? So Keith Thurman ran to all people that matter, and then they tried to stick Errol Spence in the play. You know what I mean? Just to get the heat off him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I hated that, bro. That really counteracted a lot that was going on in the welterweight division, because at the time, we thought we had some really great fights coming up with Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? He was cleaning out the division for all the top guys at that point in time. So I knew that off the rip that, like, they should have fought Keith Thurman. Like, honestly, good morning. I really think that Keith Thurman should get his shot, bro. You know what I mean? I still ain't X'd him out of the welterweight division, bro. That's still a guy you got to go through, bro. Because really, he's still the man. Because he ain't lost. That's why I didn't understand why, you know, Terence Crawford didn't call out Keith Thurman. Well, he did call out Keith Thurman's name, but I don't understand why that fight didn't happen. Or, well, we know why Errol Spence didn't happen. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, like, these boys still ain't finished, even when they fight. I think they still got to go see Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? Period. Point blank. You can say what you want about Keith Thurman, his long layoffs, his injuries, or he faked the injury. It is what it is. Bro, y'all got to go see that man, bro, because he never actually took off the throne. He gave up the WBC title to keep boxing moving so Sean Porter and Danny Garcia could fight. See, don't everybody act like they forgot about that. You know what I mean? Then he lost the WBA title to Manny Pacquiao, which is a formidable loss. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, when y'all get to talking about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, they still got an uncompleted run until they go see Keith Thurman. And that real, bro. Like, everybody keep talking about this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. The only reason they got elevated is because Keith Thurman was hurt, bro. You know what I mean? That's why they became the talk of the welterweight division. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for that, we would have had to see them fight each other. That's why I kind of wish Keith Thurman didn't take that Manny Pacquiao fight, and that he would have jumped in with Errol Spence or either Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Because now them niggas trying to shun him, put him on the backside. You feel me? Because he ain't champ no more, and he don't hold the weight like he used to. You feel what I'm saying? Because of the ending. And that shit pissed me off dearly, bro. Cause I'm like, I still don't know who is the real man. Like, it's between them three. You feel me? Cause Sean Porter retired and he got his ass whooped by both of them, and he got stopped by Crawford. That's why I believe Crawford is a much better fighter than Errol Spence, and I feel like this gonna be a wash. I got a 7-round knockout when this fight happened, bro. 7-8 round knockout, bro. It's gonna take Crawford to adapt. He gonna have to adapt to Spence power, but I don't think Spence power is as strong as it once was. But then if we go back, he was knocking out tomato cans. You feel what I'm saying? You just went down the resume. You feel what I'm saying? So who to say that when he get against formidable competition that he's still gonna knock niggas out like he been doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like I just don't like. We seen Bud destroy everybody they put in front of him. You know what I mean? From all the way where he was an undisputed champ. You know what I mean? He been I think the last person he didn't stop was Ricky Burns. You know what I mean? When he won the WBO back at 130. You know what I mean? So like Bud is a formidable
champ. Don't forget Big Victor Postol though. Before he went.
Yeah, that was solid. That was solid. That was real solid. At the time, Victor Postol was a fucking boogeyman. Niggas didn't really want to fight him until Crawford smashed him. Hold on, Zone.
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you on that. Most people are picking Errol Spence by decision, and most people are picking Crawford by stoppage. It's not like EJ don't fault Boots. It's not like he fought Thurman and he's finally finna fight Errol Spence. The guys he fought is the guys who we know they are. I mean, your Porters, your Brooks, your Amir Khans, and all them guys are just Sean Porters. They just a tier under Crawford, Thurman, and Spence right now. So we finna find out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what's going on, and we're gonna see how this works. And I'm gonna do this. Before I get ready to shut it down, I already spoke my piece. I gave my predictions across all the channels. I got Errol Spence losing in 10. I think Bud stops him in 10. I think that when two prime high-level African-Americans get together for a high-level fight, somebody get hurt every time. Like I said, Wildcat versus Errol Charles 4 times. When you get Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and George Foreman, somebody get hurt at that high level. You look at high level matches, it ends up with some explosive results. Leonard Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler Thomas Hearns, Mugabe versus Hearns. Every time you get that situation, it's Julian Jackson and the whole crew from Julian Jackson to Terry Norris, Lloyd Hunnigan and your Donald Currys and your Aaron Superman Davis and your Mark Breland. You know what I'm saying? People get hurt at the high level. You understand? When you get African-American guys fighting, no outside intervention, and it's a high level, we talking about undisputed, you get to see a new level. You know what I'm saying? We see Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter. That's a classic. We saw Sean Porter versus Terence Crawford. Classic. Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. It's a classic. So when you get fights like that amongst our community, you see high-level results. I'm just going to say that. I can't hardly think of a lackluster high-level fight in that regard. People get hurt. So it is in my opinion, in my belief, that Errol Spence is going to be the one to get hurt. He got too much going on. He's concerned about too much stuff that's not relevant, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to also direct y'all attention to something before I open it up for everybody. I'm going to let Zoe Money close out because I try to keep these a little short. I don't want to do the 3-hour, 4-hour thing because I understand Smoke going to come on his channel. Subscribe to him. A lot of people are going to put in some work today. It's Friday. I just want to be available for that. But tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. PST time, Pacific Standard Time, and at 6 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, on the East Coast for the debate. Me, Zone 6, I got Jack Johnson, Legacy Debate versus Get This Smoke, Rocky Marciano, Legacy Debate, heavyweights. All-time great Legacy Debates. You can bring in what you want to bring in, your arguments. It's going to be a history lesson. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. We're not going to be talking over each other, shouting over each other. It's open. Ain't no high school presentations, and you guys just got to listen to us, death by PowerPoint. We're going to engage, and we're going to talk about Rocky Marciano resume. We're going to talk about Jack Johnson resume, what they did to boxing, contribution to boxing, who is the best. I got Jack Johnson. Smoke got Rocky Marciano. Also, the judges. We shout out the judges real quick. These are qualified people. These guys are certified. They got content. They've been in debates. They've been putting in work, so they're certified, and these guys are educated as well. Blood Boxing, the OG, is one of the judges. Big Phil Walker is one of the judges. Ryan Clark is one of the judges. Boxingologist is one of the judges. And Wayne Talk is one of the judges. And me and Get the Smoke agreed on those judges. We also would like to do Champ Ross as a spare, just in case something go wrong. We will both agree that Champ Ross should be a good judge. And then we'll use Zoe Money if he's available, and we can also use Jay Cotto. So we got a lot of people that is spares, but those are the five. Boxologist, shout out to Boxologist. He just smoked one of the guys in the first round in his debate over there at the Debate World Series. He first round knockout, killed the guy. The guy jumped off the line. So Boxologist is in the tournament. Wayne Talk just debated 86. And you know who Blood Boxing is. Clark Dean is a judge that follow the community heavy. He's more of a commenter than a content creator. And then, you know, Big Phil Walker got the fix over there. He's doing the tournament brackets. And you guys heard him debate income and state across all panels. So these are qualified official judges that's going to give me and Smoke a fair shake. And me and Smoke both agreed on the judges. And it's going to be on my platform tomorrow. Also, shout out to a moderator, because I am having it on my channel. I won't moderate. Rollo Jenkins will be the moderator tomorrow for the debate starting at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Zone. And we'll see what's up. Go ahead, no money. Keep cooking what you got.
Fire. That's a whole bunch of fire in the trash can, man. Hey, I want to be present, baby. Hey, let's go. It's going digital. It's going digital, baby. Digital.
We went on you to drop y'all.
Huh?
We went on you to drop on that content. What's going on, man?
Man, I got to, bro, but I be working bro. I've been working like 16, 17 hours, bro. So I don't really be having time. You know, I be on the movie sets with the stars, so I gotta constantly, you know what I mean? I don't have time to stop and make a video, but I be watching, you know what I mean? Y'all boy, but I'm gonna get it in there though, bro. I promise you I'm gonna get it in there. Hey, y'all boy doing y'all thing, man. But it's time out for the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to see the fights that we need to see. You know what I mean? I think Javante and Ryan Garcia pretty much opened that door for all the excuses to be out the door. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to see the best fight the best. We still got unanswered questions at welterweight. You feel what I'm saying? And it's specifically when we talk about Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? That's one person that never really got his credibility, except from his fans. You know what I mean? Which I am a fan, but I'm trying not to be biased on the standpoint. I was upset with Keith Thurman, you know, through the injuries and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And then times that he took layoffs when he should have took other fights to keep him moving. You feel what I'm saying? Keep him relevant. So he had a lot of layoffs. So that's why people get some of the standpoints that they got. But at the end of the day, nobody beat him. You know what I mean? Except for Pacquiao, which was a legend. So facts is facts. Truth is truth. And we finna get the smoke popping, man. Zoe Money, y'all know who it is, man. East Atlanta, stand up.
All right, boy, go ahead and do your thing. Enjoy the rest of your days. I'm finna get ready to close it down and, you know, wrap it up with the maintenance call and the shout outs and stuff like that to make sure everything good, boy.
All right, boy, be safe, boy. Much love.
We gonna catch up. All right, that's my boy Zoe Money. I'm gonna do this one the last time. And I'm going to paste this in here in case anybody want to say anything or do anything and contest my opinions. I got about 6 more minutes. At 1:30, I usually not 1:30, but 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'll shut it down because, like I said, I don't want to really hold you guys up, and I'm finna go ahead and just relax and chill until tomorrow, and break Smoke's back. That's the intent. Shout out to some of the new channels out there, man. I gotta give y'all some respect. I like Buckle Up Boxing, man. I like Buckle Up Boxing. I like Big Knock, new channel. I appreciate Zoe Money, the one who stopped me and pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, man, you need to go and make that content." And man, you guys know the OGs who I mess with and who I rock with, but the new guys, man, like Young Jimmy. I like Young Jimmy. I think Method is in there. I like a lot of the new channels, man. And I be watching y'all closely because I kind of like to watch them. UGC Flame always is good, and the usual suspects. Let me bring Q to God in. He might have something to say. I'm gonna let him have the flow. What's going on, Q to God? What you got to say? It's on you.
What's good with the fam, man? I hope you having a blessed day and shit, man.
Oh yeah, we just talking boxing.
Yeah, man. Just as far as the Errol Spence, Terence Crawford shit, man, I got Terence Crawford winning. He could UD Errol Spence. Like if he don't get knocked out, it's gonna be a UD. You know, I think it's gonna be a clear cut line down the middle who the best. It's not gonna be one of them close type fights. It's gonna be a guy styling on a nigga that look confused. You know what I'm saying? A nigga that got fight in him but can't fight. You know, so the only way I see Earl losing is by doing some shit that I've never seen him do. So that's why I don't have him winning. If I can't go back and look at your fights and see like, oh, he probably could do that to get him, other than a lucky shot, a dude getting caught laxed or something like that, I just don't think it's happening. I don't think his skill set there. I seen plenty of fights where I'm looking for Errol to use his boxing IQ to set up traps to knock certain guys out who just ready to get knocked the fuck out. Like, the Lamont Peterson fight got stopped, but that, me personally, man, them last couple rounds, I'm looking at a guy that's trying to stop Lamont Peterson and couldn't stop him. And when Lamont Peterson got hurt, that's when he hit Earl with some of the biggest shots in the fight on his end. Big right hands, big left hands. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting Earl with when Earl had hurt him, and Earl couldn't get him out of there. The ref just stopped it. Another fight. Everybody like bringing up that Mikey Garcia fight. Oh, that's him trying to show that he could box, this and that. At the end of that fucking fight, around 10, 11, 12, Earl was trying to stop Mikey. And he had nothing in his arsenal to set up his best shot to get Mikey out of there. He just turned up, couldn't make nothing happen. When we talking about Bud Crawford, you talking about one of the best finishers in the game. You know what I mean? We talking about some of the best punch variations. This dude throw every kind of punch, footwork. Man, he box your ass in a circle. Man, if somebody can show me film of Bud with his back on the ropes for longer than 5 seconds, I love to see that tape. You talking about a guy that rarely has his back on the ropes. He boxing your ass literally in a circle. Man, control the ring so well, bro. I got Bud knocking him out anywhere from the 9th to the 12th, and he possibly could get him early if he just catch him. If he just catch him like on some Kell Brook shit, they in there filling out, he exchanging, and he just hit Earl with some shit, and he can't get his wits back. That's just how I see it. Like, I just don't see Earl being able to get it. Man, he a dog, but he not the big dog. He's not the dog. You know, I feel like that's Terence Crawford, and we gonna see why that nigga been moving, ducking, and fighting all these other motherfuckers instead of him. And that's just how I see that fight.
Okay, all right. OG Blood, the legend. What you got, man, on the tape? What you got?
Hey, man. Actually, I got Terence Crawford winning this fight, man. I think that Terence Crawford going to get him out of there, probably in between the 9th and the 11th round, man. Terence Crawford to me is just the better fighter all around. I think it's going to be a pretty easy fight for Terence Crawford. I think Errol Spence will have a few moments in the fight. It's going to take time for Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford does sometimes start slow. just to establish his rhythm, his timing, his distance, and things like that. But once he get all that shit established, man, it's gonna be a wrap, man. He's just gonna pick Errol Spence apart, and I'm gonna enjoy every last second of it. And also know that them damn aerosexuals, they've been changing their energy now. Now these guys talking about they seem really sad out there, man. They seem really down these days. I don't know really what it is. Talking about they're not excited about the fight and this and that after they went running their mouth for 5 and 6 years. Now all of a sudden they're not excited about the fight. Because a lot of these old aerosexual guys and these clickbaiting channels, they wanted to make a living off of talking about barriers to the fight. So now when people want to bring up barriers, they want to I don't want to talk about that no more and stuff. Now we ain't gonna let you forget all that dumb shit you said, because I tell you what, Terence Crawford sure ain't gonna forget all the hurdles that y'all and moving of the goalposts. And when he put that thing on Errol Spence, we're going to be there to remind you the whole time. And I'm going to be talking about it and all the flaw activities you guys did leading up to. I'm not putting none of that behind me. But still, though, the most important thing is the 29th. The fight's finally here. I'm excited about it, bro. I'm going to be breaking it down several different ways. I'm going to take a historical approach. I'm going to do all of that, man. But, man, I got Terence Crawford winning this, baby boy. Shout out to the other guys on the panel too, to Zoe Money and Q the God. Those are my dogs right there, man. Shout out
Blood.
to
Yes, sir, Blood. OG. Triple. Yes, sir. Hey, man. I got Bud smashing Errol Spence, bro. I got 7, 8 round knockout, bro. I ain't even got it going to the championship rounds. I got it a wash. Because it's going to take Errol probably about 3-4 rounds in my mind to adapt to Spence. And then it's good night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really what I see. You know what I mean? I don't see no way around it, because Bud just walking through everybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The only person that I still want to see Bud fight is Keith Thurman outside of Errol Spence. Other than that, Bud can go to 154 and go ahead and get at the boy Charlo.
Shit, after this, man, I'm explaining. I'm explaining my breakdown, man. But I know I'm gonna only be explaining for a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? If I get into it with a couple more aerosexuals, I'ma just say Bud by knockout, and I ain't explaining shit. I'ma just let you know the nigga gonna go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how that's gonna go. You know how these niggas gonna get. They
yeah,
want
but
argue
if you try to
with
explain it to them,
you.
Q, they're not gonna understand anyway, because them niggas don't understand the science, man.
Hey, fact.
They don't get none of that anyway. So you just wasting your breath by giving them a breakdown, man. Let them niggas do work on themselves. Let them find out what a jab and a hook is. They don't even know what the difference between a jab and a hook. Fuck a parry and a pull counter. Yeah, I ain't breaking that shit down to them niggas.
Hey,
man.
Blood.
Let me hear them do some breakdowns for a change. Because
Hey,
that's something
Blood,
that none of them never did. They never did no damn breakdowns, man.
And you already know, man, I'm charging them niggas triple in the shop till the fight over, nigga. If you're an Errol Spence fan, you come to the shop, get a motherfucking haircut. Nigga, that shit $80, nigga. You know what I'm saying? $80 for any Errol sexual want a motherfucking cut, nigga.
$80 just for the edge up.
Man, $80 cut, big head ass niggas, man.
And you know what, man? Terence Crawford is a multiple world champion. Okay, he's already a three-weight champion, right? And he's undisputed in one. If he becomes undisputed at welterweight,
he's a legend.
Weight class, welterweight champ. And then if he moves up to 154, it's a wrap, bro. You got to put him up in there in real legendary status. Then, if he can't, already he's going to be a legendary champion if he becomes undisputed at welterweight. If he goes up to 154 and he becomes and wins any kind of belt up there, man, he's the best fighter of the modern era. He's ahead of Mayweather. I'll put it like this: if he wins that undisputed championship, he's the best of the internet era, as far as I'm concerned. Floyd didn't
Mel Charlo would drop that title before they let that shit happen. They won't.
Well, you got some killer. You got some killer over there, bro.
My bad. My bad. Yeah, that guy, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cali, man.
Yeah,
But
he said he said he gonna charge a fuck nigga fee for these guys.
Yeah.
Yo, me.
Yeah, hey, that's what we say in Georgia, man. Charge a nigga a fuck nigga. So look, I'm with y'all on that, man. I just I don't see where, man, he's gonna have this guy stuck in the mud, man. Earl Spence, y'all seen the movie Ten Commandments, man? I don't know if y'all remember this, but they had them people out there like turning straw and shit. They had to keep stepping in the mud, big bricks. That's how Earl Spence moved to me, man. He kind of moved like he's very slow footed, very stationary, and he put that high guard up. And I just think Terence Crawford's going to be able to work around that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Terence Crawford making a mistake. And then word on the street is, apparently Floyd Mayweather's taking an interest in Terence Crawford training and win over Earl Spence. I don't know if he over there spying or bullshitting or he just don't like Earl Spence, but he's supposed to be lurking around Terence Crawford's training camp now at this point. That's what I'm hearing.
I heard about that. I don't know if that's true or not because I heard a YouTube page say it. So unless I get some confirmation from Floyd Mayweather, I ain't believing none of that shit, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I don't listen to them YouTube, man. I be getting people who are real fans that are casual, but they do the research and they might be all from different states, man, that I know from just growing up, and they might be like, "Hey, man, I heard this and that," and they'll kind of defer to me, and I'll be like, "Yeah, what did you hear?" Because to be honest with you, one of my partners, my boy Big Hill, I was sitting minding my business, man, and he sent me all the information that morning. I said, "No, it might not be true." He said, "No, it's true, man. It's the 29th." And Earl Spence, see, so some of these guys are casuals, but they do their research and they step up to the plate. So shout out to Big Hill. You know, he listening. He called me. He got Earl Spence winning, but he kind of, you know what I'm saying, more logical with what he's thinking about. But other than that, man, I got Crawford beating him by stoppage.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, man. Come on, man. One of y'all aerosexuals hit the link, man, so we can hear
Yeah,
your point.
I'm finna throw it in here one more time because we all pretty much agree, and I'm gonna shut it down after that. I think they kind of realized like it sounded good when you're in the comment section, and then when they start hearing the research and they start hearing the conversation, they kind of bow down and back out. And look, I'm not finna kick you out and block you and all that kind of weird shit. So don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you guys are spies. I know some of you really over here to listen for your favorite channel and shit. You know, you be playing both sides and you go to this channel and you say you like Crawford, then you come over here, you say you like Spence, and then you flip it. Oh, I'm not. I learned the game now how y'all come and it works. So that's why I like you to get up here live in HD. There go buckle up right there. There go my guy. Buckle up. I know. Go ahead, man. Speak your piece.
What's going on, fellas? I said, let me jump in here for a little bit with y'all.
Hey, too, man. Look, man.
What's up,
man?
man?
In the building.
Hey, feed that goddamn cat, man. That cat be talking shit in the background, man, when you're doing your videos, man. Get that goddamn wild ass cat on somewhere.
Oh, you talking about Sassy? Oh, you talking about my cat? My little baby making look, she be doing that shit when my girl be coming in the house. Cause sometimes my girl come in the house right in the middle when I be doing my shit. She be coming from work and Sassy be fucking meowing like a fucking dog be barking.
Yeah, that cat be talking shit. You gotta keep yourself. Go ahead, buckle up. And here you got the flow next. Cause listen, I'm letting y'all know Hill thinks that Terence Crawford's gonna win. We're gonna hear him out and see what he got to say. But go ahead and buckle up, and then Hill, you got the flow after that.
Well, yeah, man. Just like I just dropped the video on it, man, last night, and then I feel just like I dropped in my shit. Yeah, it's like just like the guy was saying earlier. It's gonna be it's a slow pace. Of course, we all know Bud. We call it he don't do nothing in the beginning, but it's all a data download situation going on. So once he put it together and get it together, I feel the same way. That's why I said I feel like it's somewhere between 8 and 10 rounds. I don't see no reason why he won't have Spence up out of there. Spence look like the type of fighter walk around with he fight like he got syrup on the bottom of his feet or something when it's against Bird. That's what he looked like. So that's what I can see him looking like. So yeah, I definitely see Bud somewhere between 8 and 10, the 8th and the 10th round getting the stop.
Yeah, man, me too. I think he's gonna get him out of there too, man. Shit. Hey, buckle up, man. You had me dying again on your damn video last night, bro. He'll be tripping, bro.
Buckle up. I said that the other day, man. I was looking, and that's where I shout out the new channels, man. I kind of was looking, and I said, man, I like buckle up. Buckle up, bro. Let me tell you something, man. You got something over there that's a jewel that this is what I would say. You grown, do what you want to do. But bro, that back end, when you do that classic fighter spotlight, when you did Rex Lane, bro, if you get more into your bag on that and start giving us some more of that too, man, you on your way, because that's a good thing you got right there outside of just the back and forth with some of these goofy niggas. But man, I'm telling you, man, you own something right there, and now I like that. That's a good idea that you got. If you go more into that too on some of the occasions, bro, you gonna be there. You gonna be there. I like that. Rex Lane was a good boy. You've been picking him. I like it.
Hey, you know what? It's crazy because Blood right here on the channel with us right now, because I've been on, when I be on Blood channel or whatever, that's the same thing he'd have talked to me about. Like he told me a long time ago that he liked with me putting the fighters on the end of the videos. And the crazy part about it is, Zone 6 is, that all got kind of forced on me because you didn't know me when I was best of the best. And he did. Blood did know me. My channel was best of the best. But when I was best of the best, I used to be putting on, that's where you see the guys at the end of the video, the fighters. I used to put like females right there, like with like nothing on, basically with like bikinis on, shit like that, like strippers and shit like that. I used to put females like that on the end of all the videos, and YouTube took my fucking channel. They sent me a message in the email and told me that I can't have the explicit shit on there. They can't have that on YouTube, and they got to terminate my channel. They terminate my channel. So I replaced it. I came back as Buckle Up Boxing Talk, and I replaced the female at the end with a classic fighter at the end of every show.
That's classic, because I got that and shit. I didn't know that, but Blood kind of used to speak to all of us like that. So it's not nothing abnormal. I was just saying the same thing that Blood kind of taught me about some of the stuff that he used to school me and the round table guys on as the OG. He used to say the same stuff to us, like, hey man, it's cool that you guys are talking shit and that's a fun element, but you guys need to get into your bag and do more of that. And so basically we're saying the same thing. I get it from Blood. Blood kind of schooled me on some things, so I was just extending curse. And if he said it, and I'm telling you, yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah,
I got you.
Hey, but you know what? Buckle Up been around for a while, man, because he was around as best of the best for several years. I'll tell you something, man. Man, buckle up, man. What you were saying last night about how these guys changing their energy all of a sudden. Now they talking about they don't want to see the fight, and it's the expiration dates overdue after all that shit they've been talking for all these years, all them damn lies they've been telling. Now the energy's starting to change up a little bit, man.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I heard that, Blood, because he said that he don't want to see the fight. I was listening to his show yesterday. He said, I'm not excited about the fight. He said he's not excited about the fight.
Who said he's not excited? Who that?
BFTB. He said he wasn't excited about the fight. That's what Blood told me. I was trying to. He said that on his live yesterday. He said he wasn't excited. He said, I'm not excited about the fight. Why should I be excited about the fight? And he didn't take the fight when he posed us. Why he didn't sign the contract when there was no upfront guarantee? Whatever. Why should I be happy now that he signed? I'm not excited about the fight. You're not excited because you shook. You scared. You scared right now.
So look, let's see what Big Hill got, because Big Hill gonna keep his energy till the day he dies. So let's let a real fan of Spence or a person who believes in Spence, let's let him get it in. Go ahead, Big Hill. What you got? Yo, Big Hill, can you hear me? You got it? Maybe he in a dead spot. Maybe he don't want to debate.
Man,
that's a lot of
Spence, right? He's
like
scared.
extra voices going on.
Oh, go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead. You got the floor. We'll mute. Go
Yo,
ahead.
I know y'all hear me, man.
Go ahead. You got the floor. We on mute.
Hey, yo, so check this out, man. I got Errol winning by late. Okay, but I got Errol winning, man.
Man, Big Hill talking bullshit, so his internet ain't gonna let him get that shit out. Go ahead, PNC. PNC might.
Hey man, let me back on, man.
We can
We
hear
good, we
you.
good, we good.
You good?
We ain't heard nothing
Nah,
you
nah,
said,
nah.
brother.
I got Earl winning, man, by late round stoppage, man. I think there's no discredit to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is a great fighter.
Man, I don't know what to talk. PNC, go ahead and take it away, man. Who you got, man? He shy as shit. I don't know.
Yo, what's up, man? It's a 50-50 fight. Let me know if y'all can't hear me, man, because I'm out in the element. I'm outside.
Nah, man, my
So,
internet messing up.
We
but
hear
anyway,
you. We hear you.
yo, what's up, Lil Boxer? What's up, everybody? Yo,
What's
man,
good, brother?
so nothing I can't handle. Yeah, so, yeah, man, I mean, you gotta look at age, you gotta look at a whole bunch of things, you know what I'm saying, with this fight. As far as skill, Crawford, man, skill all day. You know what I'm saying? Skill all day. But as far as I mean, the only advantage only thing I can think of is boxing IQ, man. It's probably gonna bring him over the top. But Earl got that too, man. Earl's the bigger dude. You know what I'm saying? Earl's the bigger dude. I mean, we saw him against Ugas, and we got hit flush. You know what I'm saying? The last second of the round, got hit flush. Didn't look like it phased or nothing at all. So, and then with Crawford, we know he's been stunned. You know what I'm saying? This is third weight class, if I'm not mistaken, right? Started off 135, struggled there, went to 140. Didn't stay long there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't stay long at 140. He cleaned it up real quick. And he was at 147. He's been at 147 for a while. And you know what I'm saying? I've seen him. You know what I'm saying? I seen him. We seen him in fights. I mean, you look at his waist, man. He looked like he overweight. You know what I'm saying? Look like the struggle is more or less trying to stay disciplined, lose the weight and stuff like that. So, and then you can see with Earl, his issue was alcohol, but he was still able to maintain that weight. Now you got that car accident coming in with the eye. You know what I'm saying? What happens if you get popped on the eye? So, I mean, as far as like a pick, you know, I have to go with Crawford, but I'm thinking Earl might edge it out, man. I'm thinking Earl might edge it out because of that chin with Crawford, man. Crawford got an ego, and he like to go blow. You know what I'm saying? That ego might show up. You get what I'm saying? We've seen how he like to get nasty, and sometimes he like to exchange. But we don't know if he can be goaded into something like Tim Bradley. You know, Tim Bradley can box and everything like that, but if he get goaded into a fight, you know, he might get caught. And Errol Spence the wrong guy to go there with. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't doubt if that streak come out in Crawford. And he would want to go blow for blow. So I can just see that happening. And we seen that once, like Yurioka's Gamboa, you know, rocked him. Little dudes rocked him. We haven't seen him get rocked late because he been disciplined. You know what I'm saying? He's been disciplined, especially against bigger dudes. But with bigger guys, it took him a long time to break them down. So the three guys I want to make an example of was Joe Horn. Remember Joe Horn? That last, I think it was a guy, Lithuanian dude. I think it was the Green Machine or something like that. He didn't look
Yeah,
too hot against him.
Jeff Horn, and Cobra. I
Yeah,
got
Jeff Horn, the Green Machine guy. I guess the guy's Lithuanian. I don't know where he's from. And then who's the other guy? Yeah, Kell Brook. It took a while. And then Kell Brook, he was injured with the eye. You know what I'm saying? He popped that eye again. So, and then Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? He looked good against, Kell Brook, but he took his time. You know what I'm saying? He took his time. And he might not have that luxury with Earl, you know what I'm saying, to take his time. You know what I'm saying? But we see Earl with little guys stay behind the jab and stuff like that. So we'll see how they want to play it out. It might be an ebb and flow type thing, and we might not see the best of both fighters the first fight out. You know what I'm saying? They talk about 3 fights or something like that, so they already got the rematch set up. So, but I think Earl is the youngest fighter. Crawford, I think he's a little bit. He's fat around the waist, man. He don't look toned up or nothing, man. So that's why I'm thinking Earl, man. I'm thinking Earl can still pull this out. But the whole thing will be like the weight. You know what I'm saying? If he condition, you know what I'm saying, he lose the weight right, and he stop drinking and stuff like that. Other than that, man, I think I got Crawford on skills. But if I had to put my money on it, man, if Earl was the underdog, I'd definitely put my money on Earl to win. I'll pick it by knockout. All right.
All right. That's a good breakdown, man. My
That's a
thing,
good breakdown, but he sounded a little bit confused though.
yeah, he
sounded a little confused, bro.
Yeah. So PNC, my question though is this: in your opinion, when y'all say that Bud is gonna get goaded into something, what does that mean? Like, Bud don't strike me as a guy who's just goofy and gonna walk into something. He strike me as a guy who turns it up, go for a kill, and take chances, and it's been working out for him extremely well because no one's went past the 10th in his last few fights. Like when you say, you know, he's like Brook, he stopped Brook in 4. Like I don't understand that. Like when people keep saying it took him a while with Brook, how's it taking him a long time in this process if he's stopping people in under 10 rounds? 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. How is it taking? I don't understand that when you guys say that. Like he's been stopping people in under 10. He hasn't made it to 11th and 12th in quite some time since Postal.
Yeah. So my thing is that he might not be afforded the opportunity to study. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Wilder or something like that. You know, he's trying to figure out a dude's pattern because maybe he just can't get it, and so he can land that right. But it's going to take him a few rounds. He might have to give up a few rounds. That's what you're seeing. What Crawford looks like he's been like studying, staying behind the jab, and all of a sudden he come out with a combination of two, hurt the dude or something like that. Until then, the dude looking decent. You know what I'm saying? Dude looking decent. So it might be a situation where Earl can take advantage of that. While he trying to Crawford trying to figure it out, Earl might be banging in rounds or something like that. And let's just say if he let's just say he think he got the blueprint. And let's just say there's something's up with the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? When he go plan A and then plan B don't work, then he got a plan C. You know what I'm saying? Is he willing to get into a dogfight with this man? The dude is a bigger man. You know what I'm saying? This is not a small man, Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? He's been at 147 for a while. Everybody looking at him, he a 154 fighter. You know what I'm saying? It was a Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn's a 154 fighter. You know what I'm saying? He fought Crawford fought a few 154 fighters. I'm just saying, some of these fighters are big, man. And we got to think about it. He ain't called out Keith Thurman. I don't know. Him or Crawford rolled out Keith Thurman. That's the fight that I think a lot of people should be they should take care of that one because Earl Spence too. Earl and Crawford should have rolled over Thurman. He should offer some money and rolled him over because he was the first unified champ out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody don't want to talk about him and stuff like that. The only person he lost to, as far as I know, is Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? They should have just rolled him out. But so why ain't they facing him? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe Thurman don't want it, you know. But anyway.
But my question be this, right? With the downloading argument. Okay, so Crawford takes, let's say, 3 rounds to download information, right? We'll compromise with that. Let's say he takes 3 rounds, and we're suggesting that he's going to take rounds off, and that's the spot for Errol Spence. The only problem I have with that is that you're going to have to plug in a factor that demonstrates that Errol Spence exploits people within the first 4 rounds, or really 4 rounds. Because if it takes Crawford 3 to download, and that's the opportunity for Spence to strike, what high-level fighter did he knock out in the first 3 or 4 rounds? So when you guys say that, I'm trying to figure out what are you talking about. So if Crawford is downloading information, I haven't seen Errol Spence stop nobody in 1, 2, or 3 with Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, or Kell Brook.
Yeah,
But
I don't know where you're going with that one. I never mentioned that like that. Maybe that's somebody else that mentioned something like that.
no, you said that Crawford downloads information. That's what you were saying, right? You said he takes him a while to get going because he kind of got to process information in the beginning of the rounds, right?
That's what it looked like to me, man. He switched hitting and stuff like that. I mean, he starts off right hand, then he switched over to the left and stuff like that. Looked like he trying to figure something out. I mean, does he not do that?
Right. So what I'm saying
Okay,
is,
okay.
when you say he's trying to figure something out, then that means I have to see the other fighter exploit people when they're trying to figure stuff out within 3 rounds. So I haven't seen Errol Spence get a first round stoppage or second or third or fourth round stoppage at a
I,
high
I'm
level.
trying to, I'm trying to figure out where you get this 3 rounds from.
Okay, so then, all right, so 3 rounds. How long does it take, in your opinion, for Terence Crawford to download or try to figure something out? How many rounds?
Like you said yourself, you got Brook and four, so I mean, he's been getting guys stopped late. I mean, it looks like it takes a while sometimes. I guess it depends on the level of talent. I guess I don't know, but you gotta think about what Brook. It was eye. He said his eye hurt or something like that. Last I remember, was that with Earl? No, it
No,
don't matter. So
you confuse you. I think you confusing a couple of opponents. I think you mixing Earl and Terence Crawford up.
yeah,
So
yeah, I messed up his eye. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? That was after Earl. So look, that dude was washed up. So but anyway, it was a good win though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking the win. I'm just saying that with Crawford, he got the skill, but it takes some time, man, to get this to get there, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I know is that he got a guy in front of him that's younger. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that retina, I don't know if it's gonna hold up, but that can apply some pressure. That likes to go to the body, stuff like that. The bigger man got the longer reach. I think he probably got the longer reach. Crawford got some long hands, but Crawford is a smaller man. You know what I'm saying? As far as I understand, you know, he's a smaller dude. Coming up, this is third weight class, okay? Third weight class, 36 years old. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been that active. Yeah, I don't think he looked too hot his last fight. What do y'all think about his last fight, Crawford's last fight? Any opinions?
He didn't have to. I mean, when you have talent of that level, which if you seen my video back when he fought Anastasia, whoever the fuck his name is, I said that shit shouldn't even be on pay-per-view. That's how straight down the middle I am. Crawford might be my guy, but fuck no, that fight ain't supposed to be on pay-per-view. But as I was getting ready to say, when you got that level of a type of fighter, Bud not really too pressed and gonna do but so much. You ain't gonna get but so much because he don't gotta do but so much. You're gonna see a whole different situation when this Spence situation take place. Believe what I tell you. He really, 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 I could see it. The hunger is really there. He is really gonna beat this guy back. He gonna beat this boy back. He gonna beat him, beat him, beat him, and he gonna know when it. I'm gonna tell you right now. When after that first fight, Spence ain't gonna want no motherfucking rematch, and they could have a motherfucking rematch in the fucking thing, but he ain't gonna want one. Watch what I tell you.
Yeah, but I'm definitely putting my money on the underdog. Cause it's a 50-50. It's a pick 'em. You know. Hmm.
Oh yeah. I can't wait till it go down. I
Me
can't
either,
wait.
bro.
I can't wait, man. I just want it to happen so bad. Just get this shit over with so people can see. A lot of people gonna learn a lot from this, but you gonna learn. People gonna learn a lot. Gonna pick up a lot off of it.
Yeah, all this talk, man, all this damn talk for all these years, man. I've been waiting for this shit. We finally get it, man. It's gonna be a fish fry on July 29th. We all gonna be at the fish fry, bro. And we gonna watch the big fish get cooked. That's what we finna watch.
Watch that motherfucker get cooked, no doubt. Now and then you know what, blood? I mean, I wonder, like after that, once he do get that taken care of, that next decision for me really don't matter. He could do 147. You could stay there undisputed and defend your shit, or you could do the 154 Jamel. That's up to you. I'm not really pressed about what he do. As far as if you want to go that route, go that route. If you want to stay and defend, stay and defend. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Is that old boy Taco? Is that Oakland boy?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Hey, I'm gonna bring the potato salad, man. I got the potato salad, and it's not gonna be dry, man. For the French fry, man. Bring some potato salad and some spaghetti, man, with the fish, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta.
Dog right here now.
We gotta make sure we have a lot. Hey, and I'm gonna bring some of that spinach too, man, so all of us can elevate, man. Because it's gonna be a real one-sided fight for Bud. Because I don't see what these people see. You know what I mean? Errol Spence, he's slow too. Them punches, I believe Bud gonna see coming, man. That's what people don't realize neither. Bud got the reach advantage, and he got the speed advantage, and he got the feet work advantage. You seen how Sean Porter was turning him. He's not used to nobody with feet work like that. You know what I'm saying? He was having trouble with Sean Porter.
Because he look like he got syrup. He poured some syrup on the bottom of his shoe.
And I'm telling you, that double jab shit, Bud gonna time that shit. And what y'all not looking at, EJ gonna have ring rust, so it's gonna take him like 3 or 4 rounds to even get used to, you know what I mean, the speed of the fight. And by that time, Bud gonna probably have his timing down. See, the EJ speed don't change. You know what I'm saying? It still stay the same, and that come forward shit is just not gonna work, bro. It's just not gonna work. And then if he changes game plan up to try to box him, that's not gonna work neither, because he's not gonna be used to doing that for a while, and he been out the ring for a year. So we gotta see that. You know what I'm saying? So I see Bud winning this fight easy, bro. Easy work.
Easy work.
I agree. I just my thing is with this whole, anybody that's saying this slow start and download information and it's gonna take Crawford a while to get started. I'm trying to figure out when the hell do Errol Spence take advantage of that? Like, when do Errol Spence start off fast to be stopping somebody in round 1, 2, or 3, or putting people down on the canvas like that? That's at a high level. I just ain't seen it. So even if Bud was to start off slow, I think Errol Spence is gonna sit there and watch it happen. Like, I don't see him doing anything that's going to put pressure on somebody as they're thinking. Nah, I just don't see that. So I just want to know that.
I'm trying to figure out where you get that from. Like who said that?
Generally speaking, a lot of people say that. And then you
okay. I didn't say
There's
that.
a lot of channels that said that shit. I done heard.
Okay, all right. You did, okay.
Man, these channels scared, man. I hear one of these niggas on, you done got on talking about, I don't even feel like it's a big fight no more. Nigga, what you mean? You did all this talking, top rank Toby, disrespecting Bud. Now you don't feel like it's a big fight, my nigga? Nah, nigga, that seem like you sound pussy, nigga. You know what's gonna happen, nigga. You mad because you can't keep talking about Bud as a duck. You can't keep talking about that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you mad.
That's
now
exactly what it is.
All
That's what it is.
Scared now, bro.
That's
now they
what
want
it
to start trying to talk. No, keep that same energy that y'all have for him. Keep calling them top ranked Toby. Keep calling them a duck. Keep calling them all them names you was calling them. You feel me? Because y'all mad because when Bud beat that nigga ass, y'all ain't gonna be able to make that money no more. All that shit y'all was
They
talking,
don't want to break the fight down, bro.
Just
you
like
hear them niggas on there arguing about when they didn't fight and shit. They still arguing about why they fight now. Why he didn't take the fight? Why he didn't take the fight in November?
Exactly.
Why he didn't sign the contract back then?
They always worried about what some other man got in his pocket. Stay out of man's wallet, man. You know, the man didn't have no guarantee. That's good enough.
That's good enough. Thank you, bud. Thank you. That's why they didn't fight, motherfucker. They ain't gonna never fight that motherfucker. Money wasn't right, motherfucker. The fuck is wrong with you?
Mouth said that the fight wasn't gonna happen until 2023. So all these niggas that be talking that shit, talking about it was gonna happen in 2022, nigga, you're lying. Because your fighter EJ said it was gonna happen in 2023. They had the contract for 2023. So Bud was a shrewd businessman, got 10 million from BLK Prime, 10 plus million, from BLK Prime. Then he helped EJ get his biggest payday and got EJ his biggest guaranteed of $10 million. You feel me? Plus the back end. That's why Errol Spence felt like he been getting played. You know what I'm saying? Because he finally came to the table and was looking at the money and was like, hold on. nigga, I could have been getting this for a minute. Damn, I feel like I've been getting played. Yes,
and that is a 100% exactly perfectly said situation. Exactly. 100% exact, perfect facts. Exactly.
These EJ fans want to keep on wanting EJ to take whatever, and they want Bud to take whatever. Like, y'all niggas sound stupid, bro. These niggas ain't never did no business in their life, bro. They don't do nothing, bro. They still stand in apartments and shit, bro. Niggas don't be knowing, bro, how to handle their own business. Like, hey, you gonna take the first deal you see, no guarantee, $2 million, and you know, man, come on, bro. What are y'all talking about?
Exactly. Then talk to him, bro.
Fighting boxing.
Talk to him. There you go. Wow, yeah.
They were making a lot of good money, man. You know, while I'm just talking about Bud being a duck, they were getting super chats, and that's really what the strength of their channel was, is talking about some other guy being a duck and talking about barriers and stuff like that. Now the fight is here. Let's hear y'all break the science down and all that stuff. Y'all don't want to do all of that, though. Y'all just want to sit up here and try to bring another brother down, because that's what y'all was getting paid for. And now y'all trash. Y'all some trash ass boxing channels to anybody who want to change their energy up now, right? The fight here, y'all been asking for a long time. Y'all did a lot of talking, telling a whole bunch of lies and all kind of stuff. Now the fight here, y'all know that your boy finna get stretched out.
Quiet. They don't even want to come on, bro. I don't even see none of the. Normally, I would see some of the little. You know how you scroll through the internet, you see the little the titles and shit. I don't see nothing, bro. I'm waiting, bro. I'm just used to hear these niggas, bro. See what these niggas gonna say now, bro. Crickets, bro. One of the niggas talking about he don't even feel like it's a big fight no more. One of my niggas zone done chewed up hella times. You know who I'm talking about? Yeah, nigga, like, bro, come on, bro. You niggas stop playing, bro. You talked all that shit. Now you back into a corner, bro. Nah, nigga, it's a big fight, nigga. Stop crying, nigga. Nah, nigga. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
It might not be big for him, but it's big for me, though, bro. I don't care about it. Really, when it all comes down to it, I really don't care what some non-boxing fans, these little internet niggas, I don't care nothing about what their opinion is anyway. I don't even listen to these old punk niggas, man. All I know is it's a big fight for me. This is all that matters to me.
I just like talking. I be in the shit, blood. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a shit starter. So nigga, I gotta go do the rounds, bro, and go talk my shit, because these niggas did all this shit talking for all these years. Blood was blaming Bud for this, blaming Bud for that. You know what I'm saying? All that. So I gotta go let them have it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let them have it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna smack their fucking heads the next couple months. Buckwater Boxing Talk gonna be all over them dumb motherfuckers. All this next fucking month.
Yo, what's the pay-per-view? How much is pay-per-view?
I'm not even sure. All I know is I'm paying it. I know I'm paying it because it's a huge fight.
I don't care if that bitch $100 I'm paying. That bitch could be $100 I'm paying for.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
I'm paying for that shit. Damn right. Whatever it is, I'm paying for it. It's the biggest fight since Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather for the fight fans. That's the way I look at it. For the fight fans, it's a huge fight. And when it comes down to welterweight supremacy, it's the biggest welterweight supremacy fight of the social media era, other than that Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight, which we saw what happened in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So this the fight right here. This the one that I'm expecting to live up to the expectation.
And it's undisputed. That's the thing.
And this is undisputed too.
Yeah.
So
you know what we keep forgetting? Hey, Blood, guess what we keep forgetting too? Not only is it undisputed, it is Bud going for undisputed twice. We keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yo, what do y'all think about the Skip Bayless comment saying this is fight is expired, like long overdue? Both of the guys are over the hill.
They're talking about EJ talking about.
Y'all heard about that?
Bro, EJ wanted to go the easy route. He wanted to play the game on easy. Blame EJ. Blame Al Heyman. He didn't have Bud on the list. So now because you didn't have Bud on the list, it's Bud's fault. Bro, that's EJ. Blame that nigga, bro. He wanted to take the easy route. They did.
Nope.
You know what I mean? He could have got Bud when he first came up.
I'm talking about Skip. I'm like, do you think the fight is expired overdue?
Fuck what he's saying. Because all them other niggas be talking that shit too. And the thing is, that's EJ's fault. That out on Bud. You feel me? Bud didn't want to play the game on easy. He like to play the game on hard.
Man, I'm not pointing fingers, man. I think they both full of shit. So I mean,
I'm
why?
just saying.
Look,
I'm
man,
just saying
they
because
both full of shit. Crawford full of shit. Errol full of shit. They've been talking for 5 fucking years,
that
taking
passing shit
pictures
don't work with this
and go
fight.
doing Twitter accounts and shit, talking to each other. These guys be
It
talking to
don't
each
work with
other. They
this
know
fight
each
no
other
more, bruh.
family. Yeah, but I don't want to hear that
Because
shit. I
it's
want to
not
hear.
past it. It's not past it because they wanted to go another route, bro.
Yeah,
They
I'm
wanted
not
to
with the
go
kid.
another route.
Exactly, that's what they did. So they took care of business. They took care
Past
of their
it.
own business, and then they said, like Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather was like, well, hell, we might as well fight each other now. We done made all the money we could make. You know what I'm saying? They on some shit like that. So I'm not in that camp stuff. Just make the fight, cause that's what Fury and Wilder did. You know what I'm saying? They just made the fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Fury just
No,
came
that's
out
a
of
difference.
retirement.
That's a
Yeah, but
difference. They
he
thought
made it happen. He made it happen. So they made it
Fury
happen.
was a cherry pick going wrong. That's
Nah,
different,
man, he
bro.
wasn't no cherry pick going wrong.
Bro,
He
he came out of nowhere.
look
That nigga was
somebody. He ain't come out of nowhere.
fighting drunk niggas, bro. Who was the two niggas he fought
Yeah,
before he fought Wilder, bro? That
that
nigga was
nigga
there
ain't
out
come
here
out of
boxing.
no. He ain't come out of nowhere, bro.
Okay, bro.
All right, he
Fury.
been talking. Wilder been talking him up to come out of retirement so he can have somebody to fight.
Okay, exactly.
Hey, man,
So
it's prize
he finna
fighting. He
fight a
wanted to
nigga. He
make some
finna fight
money.
a nigga that was retired. Exactly, my nigga. That's
The
what I'm saying.
neck,
There's a cherry pick going
you got to
wrong.
think about it. You got to think about the networks weren't giving him the money that he wanted, so he had to get a dance partner with him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Then
if
the other
Fury was
nigga
still
out
in
there
his
didn't want to
prime when
dance
they
with him.
if Fury was
Yo,
still
did
fighting
Joshua
and
want
if
to
he
dance
wasn't
with him?
retired, they wouldn't have fought,
Did
bro. That was a
did
cherry pick
Joshua
going wrong.
want to? Did Joshua want to dance with Wilder at the time? No. So what this nigga out doing by himself? He want to get paid. He said he got to bring somebody out. You
He
know,
could have picked
talk
some
up
more
Tyson
active
Fury.
fighters though. It was some different
Man,
active fighters that was active.
look.
Nigga, he choose
Fury
Fury,
came
nigga,
out.
that was
Fury came out.
retired, and they
Well,
was saying he was
go
a
ahead.
cheater and shit too.
Yo,
And
man.
he did this and that and that and that and the other. And they thought they
Yo,
was gonna get Fury, dust Fury ass off, and they thought that they was gonna dust him off
look.
and shit. It didn't work in their favor, bro.
Look. Check this out. That man came out there for the bag because when he realized that $50 million guarantee was real, that was offered Anthony Joshua, that man got up off the couch. Okay, because his promoter, Frank Warren, saw the contract. You know what I'm saying? He saw the hold, whatever you want to call it, the money. You know what I'm saying? That was an escrow. You know what I'm saying? He's like, shoot, yeah, man, let's talk. And then the history's over after that. You saw that's what happened. Because the following year, Fury was in the ring. That following year, Fury was in the ring. Remember? Oh, so you
Yeah, I feel you,
so,
but
you know what I'm
Fury
saying?
wasn't as active as Bud. You feel me? That's what you got to look at. Fury was
Hmm?
not as active as Bud. Fury was not as
Yeah,
active
but you
as
know
Bud.
what? He fought. You know what I'm
Fury.
saying? Whether it was a cherry pick or not, they fought. Okay. The dude got off the couch. He fought. He the one that did it, and then he was like, "Man, maybe I need to reconfigure some things." Took a year doing his own thing. Then he came back. He did what he wanted. He
That's
did what he
why they
wanted to do
didn't.
on his own time.
That's why they didn't
So,
have Bud on the list. Nigga, they was trying to age Bud out. Because if that's the case, they could have fought Bud when he first moved up to the when he first moved up to the division. That's
man,
would have been the best time for
we
EJ to get him.
we
Actually,
we,
that would have been
we
better
don't
for
know.
him.
We don't know nothing about these guys' game plans or what they think. It's a career. It's entertainment at the end of the day. So they do what the fuck they want to do. But as far as the social media thing, talking back and forth, I'm tired of it. So I just want to see the guys fight. You know what I'm saying? The whole back and forth thing and who did this and all this other stuff. That shit old, man. We did that Pacquiao. That shit burned a
It
lot
may
of
be
bridges
old,
and
but we
shit.
gonna still remind. That's what part of I'm talking shit's about. We gonna
I
remind
know.
motherfuckers all that big talk they've been doing. Fuck that. We ain't
Okay.
gonna let that shit out
Okay.
the door.
Okay. I mean, it's
They've
entertainment to
been
me
doing
at
all
the
that
end of the
damn
day.
talking. They should have did all
But
that talking. So fuck that.
I'm winded. I'm winded, man. I just got to see the fight, man, because I'm not sitting there on one camp no more. I'm not nut hugging. You know, if I'm a fan of fight, I'm a fan of fight. You don't want to fight, you don't want to fight, man. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I got other shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But it is entertaining though. As far as people going back and forth, how they want to point fingers and shit. But it's just an event, man.
It ain't no
You know
going
what
back
I'm
and
saying?
forth no more, man. They ain't talking no more. Cause they scared them
Yeah.
niggas know what's up, bro. They ain't saying that. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. They not talking no more, bro. Where these
Mhm.
niggas at? That was talking all that shit, was tearing Bud a duck and all that shit. That's what I say. They still trying to call him a duck. They have nothing to say about the bro. These niggas is scared, bro. They know what's up, bro.
Yeah,
all that
but
shit is talking. Them chicken is coming home to roost, man. Them chickens is coming home to roost.
I personally wasn't pointing no fingers. I thought, no, I have my personal opinion, but anyway, it don't matter right now. What matters right now, they fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's
my
the good thing.
My thing is this though too. Let me tell you this. You can't say Bud's a duck, and let me tell you why. Because you can't call him a duck because nigga he was after Errol Spence, and Errol Spence didn't have him on the list, and his daddy Al Heyman said that he had these guys to fight. So that's right. That's one reason why you can't blame Bud right there. Now, if we talking about last year about the negotiations and shit, we just went over that. I just said that nigga Earl is about to get his biggest payday. Nigga, in that first negotiations, Earl wasn't about to get shit. Nigga, he was about to get 2 million guarantees and have to wait on the back end like what he been doing. So nigga, he making the biggest person he's supposed to make. This last year was a first time going into negotiations to fight each other. So how is it? How could any fighter, even EJ, how can any other fighters duck when this is their first time going into negotiations? You feel me? This is their first negotiations, bro. It wasn't that 60-40 shit. All that shit was nigga internet, people talking on the internet and shit, bro. There was nobody said no contracts or nothing. That was this nigga just trying to hype up EJ and shit, bro, to be real. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta think about it, man. You gotta think about the COVID thing too. That COVID thing, probably the COVID thing, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it.
About that shit, bro. Bud wasn't on the list. Bud wasn't on the list until now. So
I'm just talking about the fight. Yeah. So anyway, I'm talking about, for one, you got the promoters. You know, they got their own little bullshit going, and then you got the COVID thing. We can't pretend like the COVID thing didn't happen because you got the gate money.
Bud don't got no promoter no more.
So I'm not talking about. I know we talk about now.
Bud ain't had no. But that's what I'm saying. Since we started this negotiation, since last year, Bud ain't had no promoter. So it's no excuse. It's none of that shit. No Bob Irma, nothing, bro.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just pointing out some things that probably been a roadblock.
I no fingers either. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? If I'm pointing a finger by stating facts, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because everything I said was actually that happened.
I point fingers all day at them punk niggas for doing all that damn talking. Mm-hmm. I forgot that. I don't care. They want to cry now and tell people, why can't we just move on to the fight? Well, all that other talk. Oh, nah, man. You did all that talking for 5 years. Of course, you made it old, y'all. Y'all made it old for talking about the shit for 5 years, man. Yeah. Right, and telling that nigga what he need to do and moving goalposts and all that kind of shit like that. It's just a bunch of internet talk anyway. Because if you notice, Spence stopped fucking with them niggas, right? He stopped fucking with them little hoe-ass niggas. And him and Terence Crawford started talking, and they built the fight, them two.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they should have been done.
Like they important over this internet. Fuck you little niggas, man. Y'all a little fan group is all y'all is. That's it. A little fan club group. And now y'all getting the fight. Y'all not too excited about it. Now y'all energy done changed. Your vibe done changed and shit. But we knew that you was some hoe-ass niggas from jump anyway. And I'm glad that y'all don't want to see the fight. That's the biggest fight. I want to watch that bitch. I tell you that. I want to do everything the opposite from a fanboy. If a fanboy likes something, I don't like it. If they don't like something, I like it.
And watch, blood. Half of them niggas that was talking that shit ain't even gonna buy the fight. Watch. Half of them EJ fans and shit is gonna stream the fight, bro. Guaranteed, bro. Half of them niggas that was talking all that shit.
The numbers, man. How many pay-per-views is that they're gonna do?
Man, I think they're gonna do 1 million.
Think so?
Bro, it's the biggest fight in boxing, bro. What you mean? This is bigger than Tank and Ryan. Everybody wants to see this fight.
I'm surprised Tank and Ryan, but you know that Ryan, man, he was like a YouTube star or something like that.
From people across the pond and everything else, bro. You got Mexicans, you got all races that know about Bud and EJ, bro. Everybody gonna buy this fight, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna buy it.
Even the people from the UFC gonna buy this fight, nigga. Yeah, nigga, this is the fight that the UFC might not even have a fight that weekend. Nigga, they might be like, "Fuck that, bro. We ain't finna try to compete with that shit."
All we got to do is just keep promoting it on YouTube. Let the uploaders will do
and buy the fight.
And buy the fight. And them other guys over there that did all that talking about barriers, they could go and they could stay in the background. That's right. Silence yourself. I don't care because I never listen to none of them fuck niggas anyway. So They can shut the fuck up for all I can. Say they don't want to see the fight and the expiration date. I don't go off of nothing them fuck niggas say, man. Right? I don't even see them as no real boxing fans, man. They just fanboys and bandwagon riders and lap dogs and all that kind of stuff. Don't even got their own minds and stuff like that, man.
Exactly.
Some of the most pussy-ass niggas around. Them gathered up, them congregated up and shit like that. That's how I look at them, bro.
Oh, big facts. And just like when Wilder got their ass beat, they took a hit. Oh, I can't wait for this one. Oh my Lord, I can't wait for this one, boy. Oh, I'm gonna be talking so much shit, blood. Oh my Lord, I'm gonna be talking so much
I'm surprised. See, that's what it is. You said something key right there. That's boy, I like that. That's history there. Because look, that's what the problem is. See, Fury beat the shit out of Wilder twice. You know, I fuck with Wilder, man. I like Wilder. My man just lost. He just lost fair and square. And he just lost. Shit, I can't do it. You know, he lost. Shit. So Tyson
he beat Wilder ass 3 times, nigga, in my book.
Yeah. Listen, hey, I ain't finna argue with you. I'm with you. I know how to concede, and I see what I see with my eyeballs. I ain't one of them kind of guys. My guy fell on his sword. All right, but they leapfrog from that, and when that shit ran dry, they had to go to something, and this was the something. After this, they're gonna find something else. It's gonna be Shakur and Tank. They're gonna stir up something else, but I think this is the end of them. If Errol Spence loses, and I'm not talking about people who really genuinely think Errol Spence is gonna win, people who just want to see the fights. I'm not mixing them up. But if I'm not talking about it like PNC seems to be on the fence. He seems like he just want to see the fight. He seems like he got a case for both. But them guys who just living off the Duckage conversation, that ain't gonna work no more. It's over. They might try to pull the shit to Tank and try to blame Tank for not fighting X fighter and B fighter and Z fighter. But this is over with, man. This is their last card right here. That's why they sad. That's why they sad. Because see, you had the Deontay Wilder shit going on, the glove gate. This gate, Mark Breland's a sucker, and we just hate no Wilder. And then you also had this Terence Crawford shit. After this, man, they done. Because boxing is being cleaned up too much. It's being cleaned up too much for these casuals. Because what are you gonna go to after this? It probably be Canelo and Benavidez. They're gonna be over in the Mexicans' business after this. They're gonna be all in them folks' business.
No, they're gonna ride off of Devin Haney. Devin the Dream Haney for a little while.
Yeah, that's right. You got Devin Haney, especially who we tell he gonna ride off of Devin Haney. You know that Devin, I think he's the biggest Devin rider. He's the biggest Devin pickle holder on YouTube, hands down.
But see, you ain't nothing to say about Devin.
That's knocked out.
Devin is undisputed. Any logical nigga ain't finna.
Devin, don't get it wrong. Don't get me messed up. Devin definitely. Devin is king of 135. Devin run the division. I feel like Shakur is my guy. Shakur is my guy. 135. I think he beats them all. Loma was my guy. I just lost money on Loma and Devin. I still like Loma. No excuses, Loma. I feel like I told you the other day, Zone 6, it was a close fight. It could have went either way. To me, it could have went either way, and my money was on Loma. But I still say it could have went either way because I can't lie to myself because at the end of the fight, I was in there hollering and frustrated. I was mad as shit because Loma wouldn't do more in round 12. And I kept saying, why the fuck he keep hitting him? They're like stopping and shit. Like, what is he waiting for? Like, I was real frustrated. So when it was over, I said, because you ain't pressed down. That's why you lost. Because you wasn't pressing enough. That's why you lost. The shit was fucking close. So I didn't have no problem with that. So, Devin.
It looked closer than what it was.
Loma ain't willing to go through that fire, man. So you should have saw that.
Make that fight closer than what it should.
And the Theo Fame fight, man, he wasn't willing to go to that fire because Theo Fame was burnt out by the 6th and 7th round. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Look, he not gonna do that. And just for the record, look, I got you, but I got Tank beating everybody at 135.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I don't got Tank beating Shakur. I got Tank beating Haney and everybody else though, not Shakur though.
Okay.
Between Tank and Shakur. Yep, Tank and Shakur the top.
Yeah, who you got, Blood? That's what I say, Blood. Who you got between Tank and Shakur, Blood?
Man, that's a hard one, man. God, dog, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every day, man,
That
I
shit
think
is
something
tough.
different, bro.
Yeah.
I be thinking different all the time on that. I think that Devin Haney got all the belts, so I'm gonna say that he the man, but he still ain't proven. He ain't the proven champ yet. He ain't the proven champ. He got to beat some of them young guys, man.
Right.
I told one of my other homies, nigga, Tank got the hand of Jesus, nigga. When he touch you, nigga, make you want to do the Holy Ghost, nigga.
Yeah,
Nigga,
Tank
look at
got
Ryan
that
Garcia.
yeah.
Nigga, he made Ryan Garcia pray. Nigga, take a knee. Nigga, that nigga hit that other guy he fought before Ryan Garcia, nigga. I still don't know what punch he did to fuck his eye up. I'm still looking for the punch. Like, nigga, like, nigga, I'm still, nigga, that the punches I got an AP beat out on the punch that fuck.
Yeah, Tank will hit you with some shit. Tank will hit you with some shit and really get you up. Yeah.
Shakur picking up steam, man. A lot of people starting to say Shakur name as one of the top guys. I'm hearing Shakur a lot, so I would like to see that fight. I won't Tank to fight all these guys though. That's the point.
Yeah. For me, I gotta see
what
it.
I like about
I don't think
Shakur?
he's one of the top guys though.
I love his spacing. I love how he space and his timing and shit like that. Like, for him to be young as he is, he impressive with that. I was saying, and when I thought Loma would win this fight against Devin, I just thought Loma would beat Devin, and then I was gonna get Loma and Shakur. But I was telling everybody, like, so who you gonna go with? Because Loma, my God, I was like, I think Shakur gonna edge him out though. I think Shakur gonna get him out of there.
Yeah, but Shakur, man,
it ain't go that way though. It ain't go that way because Devin beat him.
Yeah, Shakur, man, it's like a mental thing though. But you gotta think about what happened in the Olympics, man. You know what I'm saying? When he didn't get his way, he started crying and stuff like that. You know
What you think would have happened? What you think would have happened if Loma had beat Devin and he fought Shakur? Do you think Loma could beat Shakur?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so because Loma ain't got no he ain't got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when
I'm
I think
saying if he would have won the Devin fight, would you feel like that still he couldn't beat Shakur? Would you still feel like that?
who Lomachenko?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if Loma had won the fight.
yeah. I still pick Shakur though.
Yeah,
And
me
like
too.
I favor Shakur because thing is, I feel as if the dude can't press the action, and Shakur likes to just sit back and control the action and stand on top of dudes. And I don't think what's name Lomachenko, he's too small. He's coming up all these weight classes, and he don't want to go through the fire. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna go through the fire like Tank. Tank willing to go through that fire, step back, do a little boxing, go through the fire. You know what I'm saying? He willing to switch it up. He got that dog in him like Tim Bradley. You know what I'm saying? He but a little more educated, way more educated than Tim. You know what I'm saying? When he's willing to go there. But
I like Tim
Loma
Bradley.
ain't got it though.
I fuck with Tim.
We know Loma ain't got it with his first fight versus Orlando Salido. So I mean that was blueprint number one. He ain't had no dog in him. Orlando Salido just dogged him out to the body. You know what I'm saying? He just
I
outdogged.
can't say that. I think Loma won that fight. I can't say that. That Salido fight, I feel like they robbed Loma in that fight. I mean, it is what it is, though. I can't complain. Devin got the win. Loma going to do. I wish Loma needed I wish he would go back to 130. I wish he would go to 130. Just get the fuck out of 135. I think they too big for him at 135. He need to go to 130.
Nah, I think that's a good weight to be at. I think it's just competitive. Listen, I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So I want to support UGC Flame. I don't want to step on everybody. You know, all these. I don't want nobody to make no choices. I'm gonna slide over to UGC Flame to give him some support. Everybody, go ahead, PNC. Give your last thoughts on where they can find you at. Taco, and then buckle up, and then OG Blood, and we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. Go ahead, PNC. Do your thing.
Yeah, man. YouTube just PNC King, and that's it, man. Right there. That's it.
All right, bro. Be safe, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, big dog.
Call from the wife, man. What's going on, y'all out?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Speak your last piece, and man, say what you want to say, and tell everybody where they can find you at, big dog.
man, I just be around, you feel me? You know what I'm saying, around the real people that talk real boxing, you feel me? You, Blood, you feel me, and a couple of others, you feel me? I'm saying I don't like to shout other people's names on other people's platforms, so I'm just gonna leave it like that.
No, you good.
You know what I'm
Just,
saying?
I'm glad you
So
cleared up.
yeah,
Okay, that's good.
yeah,
Hey, Taco,
but
it's good.
It's
So
good
everybody-
people right here, Zone Taco,
Taco,
man. I've known
yeah,
him
Taco,
for a few
you
years
can
now.
do that. Taco,
it's just respect, bro.
no, you can do it. No, do it. You just heard me say it live. I don't mind because your experience is your experience. I'm trying to capture. What I do is I want to capture your experience. And if you have to mention other people to express that, bro, I'm a freedom of speech nigga. That don't bother me. Go ahead, do your thing. So
man,
people.
but normally, man, y'all can catch me on H Money Boxing. You feel me? That's where I normally be at if I'm not on Zone or Blood Boxing, but that's where I be at. The Lions Den. Hey, but I got Bud washing Errol Spence, putting him in the washing machine, hanging his ass to dry. We're gonna use the old school hanger. We're gonna get the wooden little clamps and hang him out on the dry. You feel me? And then we're gonna have a fish fry. I'm gonna bring the potato salad and the spaghetti. Blood got the fish, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Zone gonna bring the refreshments. Hey, we gonna have a motherfucking party in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's invited. Even you EJ fans, y'all invited too. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna be crying at the end of the night. Hey, big ups to Zone, big ups to Blood and everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat, man. Big ups, man. God bless everybody, man.
All right, be safe, big dog. And buckle up, it's on you.
No doubt, man. Hey, y'all already know where to find me. Buckle Up Boxing Talk. Come through. We just dropped something. Something we was talking about last night. I just dropped something fresh last night, or the day just came out this morning. So I'll be dropping something again tonight. And I definitely be looking for y'all to be on Blood and Zone 6. Either one of y'all on y'all shows on, I'll be looking to pop up in there. I'll let y'all see what's going on.
Man, thanks for coming. Thanks for all the videos you do. Buckle up, man.
Hey, Zone 6 and Blood, I want to ask y'all something before I leave. So y'all both, Zone 6 was telling me that I should do something with the far as on the end with the fight. You saying something like maybe add about like who that maybe say something about their record and who they fought maybe when they was born, shit like that. Where are they fought and some shit like that? You think you saying something like that, Zone?
Just a little bio, yeah, just a little bit of a bio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what's up.
And then you could tell people to do the research like you always do.
Right. All right. That's what's up, fellas. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. And if y'all listening, hit that damn like button on Zone 6 joint. Hit that like button before we get out of here. But appreciate y'all. I'll get back with y'all on the next.
Shout out to Buckle Up, man.
All right, and for y'all that don't know, before Buckle Up, get out of here. You need to hear this too, man. He's currently my favorite channel. And I'm being real. I literally look for his content first, but I just like his channel. It's something hot about it to me right now. I love everybody's channel, but I'm really looking at his channel a lot. I like everything he dropped. That's just me, Zone 6 personal favorite right now. So Buckle Up, keep doing your thing, boy.
That's what's up. Appreciate y'all. I'll get back with y'all on the next one, fellas. Y'all be safe out there, man.
All right, man. Peace, man, to you. Yeah, man. Buckle Up for a while, man. He used to be best of the best, man. He's got a really good channel. He's kind of like an outlaw type of guy, kind of like some of the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? And outlaws, man, outlaws always ran together. That's what we did in the Wild Wild West. Whether you was black outlaws or white outlaws, outlaws always ran together, man. That's just the way it is. So guys like us are gonna like guys like Buckle Up Boxing Talk and guys like that. But hey, Zone, you know what it is, Zone. You just better have your ass ready at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Because I've been looking at this shit. I've been looking at Rocky Marciano. I've been looking at Jack Johnson and doing a little bit of a refresher, right? I ain't letting nothing slip by, and you ain't getting no special privilege. You see how I tell? Hey, people out there, you see how I do? You ain't getting no special privilege. This is my boy right here. You ain't getting no special privilege. It's supposed to get you. It is what it is, boy.
Listen, let me say this, man. This is you haven't seen me do this type of debate before. You usually kind of get some of the charisma, and I'm kind of coming off the top of the head. I have a full presentation that I'm going to be eating off of, and whatever you see, I see it too. I'm talking about quotes, deep diving opponents, number of Hall of Famers, people who were never champions, infinite rounds, fights to the finish. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Okay.
I'll just say
I
this.
want to hear y'all's
I got a
arguments,
triple
man.
cross on my deck, the first one ever, baby. You better get ready, because you might learn something. Get your pen and pencil out. I'm just saying that. That's all I need.
I should, because I've never done extensive research on Jack Johnson. I only know the basics. So
yeah,
I've never read deep into I've never dove into Jack Johnson the way I've dove into some other people. Right?
Man, listen. Wait, I'm gonna say this. I think I might change the community's perspective on where you rank Jack Johnson. I'm gonna take Ali off the table because I'm gonna. You're gonna see. You're gonna see.
He had 95 fights, right?
You're gonna see. You're gonna see. I'll tell you tomorrow. Let's go. So I'm gonna cover all that. I'm gonna do intro level, moderate level, and historian. So I gotta touch everybody so we can catch everybody up to speed, and then I'm gonna make it make sense against Rocky Marciano. But you will like it. So what's your last thoughts, man? And tell everybody where they obviously can find you at and what you're working on next if you can.
Yeah, man. I'll be over there, Blood Boston, man. Shout out to my new 700 subscribers I got over there. I also got retro boxing and documentaries where I'm gonna be continuing my documentary on Ali. I got a documentary coming out on Jack Britton, who fought during the Jack Johnson time period. So look out for that too. Welterweight supremacy from Jack Britton. And we're gonna keep it going, bro. I'll see you tomorrow, 6:00 Eastern Standard Time, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, Blood, man. Be safe for the day.
Okay, peace.
All right, that was the OG Blood, man, and that concludes another successful podcast. I was trying to keep it short, but these guys came over and pushed through with some good content. Shout out to PNC King. Good to see him. He delivered some good content. Sorry we couldn't get Big Hill in here. He was having some maintenance issues. And then obviously the OG Blood, buckle up. And we was trying to get some guys in here who may be on the side of Errol Spence. But PNC did a good job with that, with balancing it out. Hill couldn't get in here. I know he's a Spence truther as far as winning the fight. But he couldn't get in here. And we had Taco drop some bombs and come through. And it was a good panel, man. I appreciate you guys for joining. Like I said, after this debate this Saturday, we're going to level the schedule out. It's going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays after a major fight. Obviously, I will let you know what I consider a major fight. Undisputed unifications, the usual suspects, Canelo versus Benavidez, Baturia versus Bivol, anything pretty much damn near in the heavyweight division with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, AJ Usyk mixed in there. Those are going to be big fights. So I'm going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when you're going to watch for the sweep. And then I will give you something on Sunday before football comes on. And that's when I might drop an historical piece Sunday morning and let it ride all the way to next Tuesday. So we're going to continue to do it like that. If there's any debates that I'm going to set up, I'll talk to you guys about that a little bit more in the future after I complete this debate. What Blood just explained to you was very, very important and a key ingredient in making the debate successful. 5 judges, highly qualified judges. You heard what he said. You heard what he expect. He's doing research himself. All the judges have told me that they're doing research themselves so that they can be informed as credible and logical judges. After this, I may I'll announce some other things after Saturday, but that's the schedule again. Tuesdays and Thursdays starting next week after this debate, and then Sunday I'll start filling in that gap with something historical in nature, so you can just chill on that Sunday through Monday and relax listening to something historical in nature. I haven't forgot to do and complete the bloodline of the belts. I just have to pause to do this debate, which is going to be some historical content. And then we're going to pick up with the rise of Joe Louis on the bloodline of the belts. Remember, bloodline of the belts not necessarily the resume of the fighter and the fighter themselves, but just the changing of the guard and the positioning of the sanctioned bodies and the supremacy of the belts and how important they were. And we're going to go all the way down to the IBF to Larry Holmes. I'm not going to do a third part to it after Larry Holmes because that's kind of current and it can get redundant and it can get boring. You guys kind of can pick it up from there. Maybe in due time, a few more years or half of a decade from now, I'll revisit that and do part 3 to the heavyweight bloodline lineage. But I'm going to conclude it with the rise of Joe Louis and the rise of Mike Tyson. But we'll probably stop there. All right. And you guys know the rest from there. And then we'll move to another division or another concept. All right, man. This is your boy Zone 6 coming at you with another video. I'm out.